Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hi, we're here.
Hi.
You're in the
We're
wrong
here.
order.
Huh?
What?
You're in the wrong order.
Oh, we like to test the chat.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was here first.
Crackling.
Was that me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I thought that I would show chat this. I think this is what chat sees every time Extra Girl and Disbrew start arguing. And like they think this is like what happens. This is me trying to break it up. This is baby Marmot trying to stop his parents from fighting. This is what chat sees. Well,
You don't really try and break it up. You just kind of sit there.
I mean, like, I'm like, well, water sip. No intro. We did have an intro.
We did. Still crackling. I'm trying to ignore it. I can't. But there's also, this week, I have been having problems with my daddy. Now, you know how that goes. Sometimes you see him and you're like, I don't know whether he's being deliberately humiliated, but I would like to say, this is from the fan account.
Yeah.
So you would think there's no way they're going to humiliate him, right? I don't know whether this is an insult or a present or whether he's actually happy with what he's got. Because if we...
It's crazy.
We'll cut the music. I can't believe you made this. It's a crocheted Pedro Pascal the Mandalorian. And at the moment, looks great. But then he decides to take the helmet off, and I'm like, that is not a compliment.
Oh my
Look at the
goodness.
state of that thing. Can you imagine sending that? You look like this, with big bags over your eyes, and like, probably the worst mustache ever made, protruding teeth.
That looks like, you know, those really scary, I forget what they're called. Someone in chat will get it before I even have a chance to look it up. But there's those dolls that have like teeth and they look really freaking scary. I forget what they're called, but they're creepy because it looks like they have real teeth.
Well, he's got some
Actually,
kind
I'll
of
be
like,
right back. She's restarting.
he's got some kind of like afro hair going on. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, look at you. You're sleepy like me.
He's gonna pretend like he likes it.
Yeah, because you've got cool teeth.
Yeah.
This is great hair. Like, yeah, it's just like yours, mate. This afro hair.
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
That's what it's called.
Thank you. I want to hear him say thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you so much. This is unbelievable. One of the
It certainly is, mate. It's definitely unbelievable. Because the thing is, she does this whole video of like, no, look, this is me making it. I'm so happy. You got Baby Yoda that looks like he's got downs.
Like I think she really tried to. It looks fine when the Mandalorian helmet is on, but you take it off.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's the
It goes
faces.
bad real fast. Here, this is what. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if they have them in the UK. Probably because Ian is the one that answered me. This is what I'm talking about. That's what it reminds me of. These
Oh no, we
creepy
don't have those.
He's like, oh
But
no.
I don't know SpongeBob stuff, so.
No, it's not SpongeBob though. It's like their regular like.
You know
just
my
like
favorite
this, right
thing?
here. Like
It was the
started with other
gremlin.
characters.
The gremlin looks just like a normal gremlin. Like, you can't even tell the difference.
Sorry.
Oh my god, look at his face reveal as he sees it.
He's like, I have to be nice right now, but I am terrified.
Yeah, can you? I don't know whether you're a fan or a hater, but you have put a lot of effort into this.
Oh, down DeLorean. That's a good one. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Well, how's your week, Disbrew? What have you been up to? What have you been watching?
Oh, what did I watch this week? I did The Boys. So that's the penultimate episode where we found out literally nothing. It seems like all the series are just going to be going after Homelander right at the very end. And then there was something else I watched. I can't remember what I had to watch for F&T. Because Daredevil was over.
Oh,
and it got replaced with
Punisher.
Oh, Punisher. Yeah, so
Yeah, I
Punisher
watched
was
that
like
too.
two halves. First half, some of the worst trash I've ever seen in my entire life. Second half, amazing.
That's
And I'm
what I
like,
said. I gave it a 70 because of the fight scenes. If the fight scenes wouldn't have happened the way they did, like the choreography was great, but the beginning where it was like, we get it, Frank Castle has the PTSD, but like, I want a stoic version. I like John Barenthal's Punisher. I want a more stoic version of him where he's not like, I know I haven't read the comics and people, I reviewed this on the midday mixer and there are people, or it was first shot, sorry, whatever. We reviewed it and they were saying like, he's like that in the comics where he's like crazy talking to himself. And I'm like, that's fine. But my biggest
well, this wasn't crazy talking to himself though. This was just depression.
It was like really exactly. And my biggest problem with it was I was cracking up because the Nucci, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, the Nucci family, when she came and was like, I'm the Punisher now, I was like, dude, when she went away, all I could see was Dr. Evil going in his chair. I'm like, what is she supposed to be?
Well, this is why I say you should start
nuts.
watching from 26 minutes, which is just as they start pouring the petrol under his door, just as the action kicks off.
Yeah.
Because I actually think her scene makes it worse. Because
does.
the moment you know what her plan is, well, now the end of the episode should be him going after her and killing her, and the lesson of the episode should be, I didn't go far enough. Yeah, I wiped out a family, I wiped out a son, but I left her alive in the car. I shouldn't do that. Everyone connecting to this should be dead. That's actually the correct moral choice, because otherwise more people get hurt. And it didn't do that. It just kind of ended. Like, he saved one little girl, and suddenly it was all over, even though there was loads of people outside that should still be there. So there was a few things I thought was missing. I would have preferred she appeared right at the start. We didn't have any of his crying thing. I would have still kept in the bit where he's walking through the street and like all the crimes going on around him, because I quite like that scene. I would have skipped the graveyard stuff and immediately just gone on to her, then the action, then him going to her house and fighting through like more elite guards and her personal security and stuff, and then finishing it. With the lesson being, if you don't finish the job, more innocent people get hurt. So I think it needed like a bit more story, some kind of message in there about something he's learned along the way, and it would have been great if it was just all action.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I gave it like a 70 because I'm like, I really enjoyed the fight scenes. And there was one scene in particular when like it's one of the first like blood sprays and a little bit of it goes on the camera. I'm like, that was a nice touch. If they would have overdone it and did that like for every scene, it would have gotten boring. But I just liked it. It was, I mean, even for the Daredevil, I'll give them that the fight scenes are pretty cool. But this was like, because
I much preferred these to Daredevil.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because it was more for a mature audience. You know what I mean? Because it was
more real
and for mature. Yeah. So it was like he was really going in, and it was very John Wick with like at 7 p.m. they're gonna know. Like, I'm sorry, all I seen was Dr. Evil. She's sitting there like, I'm the Punisher now. And I'm like, okay, Dr. Evil, chill out. And I didn't like the scene where she's trying to not humanize, but like make her evil family look good. Like the one line.
I was okay with that because they're her family.
It's her view of what
it's
a
her
family is.
I guess, but there was one line that they threw in there that just personally bothered me a little bit when she's like, I don't think he did that with children. It's like, why'd she even have to say that? Because I don't remember.
Because it's our son.
I know.
I get
I'm
that.
like, why did they throw that in there? Like, she could be like, these are this is my family. You mess with them, but I thought that dragged on just a little too long too. I would have preferred her to be in like it just did like bam, 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 like showing him like just the kill scene of like what she did with all of them or what he did with all of them, and then the beginning was like you said, this Peru. The first half was, but then once the flame hits Frank and he hears the family asking for help, the kid and the mother, and that hits him, and he's like, bam, he snaps into Punisher mode. That's when it got good. Except for that CGI, that thing was hilarious when he falls in the thing, and it was like PS2 graphics.
It was almost like it didn't matter because it's sandwiched between two really good scenes.
Yeah,
but if that was at the very beginning during his like cry stage, we would have been like, ugh. What the heck?
Yeah, there was good action on either side of it, and when you watch it in the context, it's there for a few seconds and it's gone.
It's not.
So
really
I didn't personally have that at the beginning. I thought there were far bigger issues than the CGI, but I came from like Stargate, Deep Space Nine, not Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5.
Hello, Buffy season 1. Come on.
Yeah.
You can see the stuff.
When it comes to television, I don't mind bad CGI, and even in movies,
I thought it was funny. It was only one scene though, but there was definitely other things that were wrong with it. But overall, I gave like a 70. Right? It wasn't definitely not the worst that we've gotten from Marvel, but it could have been a lot better
around this time Like,
yeah, for
of
TV
Marvel.
for sure. It's definitely for Disney Plus. And I think what they did this because anybody that maybe didn't watch The Punisher when it was on Netflix series,
Which was me.
this
I
is-
never saw it.
Well, this is like, but you knew that who like John Barenthal's Punisher was. Not everyone knows that, and he's going to be in the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I
movie
didn't
coming
know
out,
her.
so-
I got the impression that she was in
Oh, yeah,
earlier
yeah.
stuff. So I quite liked, because you said you didn't like, you thought it was drawn out. But for someone who hadn't watched the series, I quite liked her reveal because I didn't know the Punisher was killing them.
Okay,
And so
yeah,
there
that's
is a
the family
little
that
bit of
killed
a
his.
reveal at the end of
Okay.
that, which was I thought was
that
fair.
actually adds to the point that I'm making now. Then I didn't think of it like that because I did watch that. This was to refresh people or introduce people to the story because Frank's going to be in Spider-Man, so they want people to know this version of Punisher. So it makes sense. Like it wasn't awful, but
I would just say if
Is
you
what-
like
is
action
what it is.
movies, start at 26 minutes, watch
Yeah.
Don't
to
watch
the end.
first. It feels like two different movies, and I hate that for it because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel like it was blended very well.
and it's
But-
only an hour long. Not even. It's
It's
like
no,
55
it's
minutes.
40. No,
50?
it's 44 minutes. There was
Okay.
Yeah, if you
5,
remove the credits,
6
yeah.
minutes of credits.
Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is why I think if you remove the boring bit at the start or the whiny crap, you could then replace it with him killing the woman in the wheelchair, and it would be a far better, be like a John Wick movie.
It would
if you
feel
did
like
that.
a good ending, like it tied it all
Mhm.
up nice. Because like even Gary was saying that like it felt like there was something missing at the end, a third act to just bring the story together.
He's right.
He gets justice, people get justice, everyone gets justice.
Yeah, it feels pointless because he didn't finish the mission. So it just finishes, and you're like, wait, what is it? Felt more like the pilot to a TV episode where the rest of the series is going to be him going after her, rather than a movie where you're supposed to wrap it up all in one movie.
I actually just ordered like the omnibus of well, at least one of there's probably more than one comic about this, but the Nucci family in the comics, because I want to compare like the original series that I watched on Netflix and then this to the comics so that I can actually have a
Oh.
bit.
Mama Nucci is apparently she's armless and legless or paraplegic or something
In the
like
comic?
that.
Paraplegic.
Yeah.
Paraplegic, because Gary's like, she's a paraplegic, and I'm like, but she stood up.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
she had
true.
her- she
No,
had
she can't be
walkers.
paraplegic.
Yeah, she's got like
Yeah.
she had the walker. She
She had
she's
the
something.
walker. She stood
Yeah.
up. She spat in his face. She gave the middle finger.
I'm the Punisher now.
I actually like laughed
she's got-
out loud.
I
I
did
think hers
too.
is more like cerebral palsy, where it's like a degenerative thing, so she can push herself up with great effort, but wouldn't be able to go anywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah, she had to be like carried so daintily.
I
by
did
her
find that
body.
funny. There's like chaos erupting around her, and a bodyguard just picks her up and shoves her in a car.
I
I'm
found
like,
that
that's a
funny
stupid
too.
scene. Because
I
that
don't know
even
if we were
more
supposed
suggested that.
to, but
Well, it's even more suggests that he's supposed to chase her, right? She's leaving the scene now. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, if you were going to film this as a movie, she wouldn't have left the area, and he would have caught her. But.
And I
seems
know
like
I'm
really
being
stupid.
so picky here. He puts her in if you're sitting in the car on the left side of the car, but when they're driving off, she's on the right side of the car.
I did. I was
So
laughing
picky.
too when they're just sitting there staring. I'm like, there's just absolute chaos going around, like all over that. There's got to be some people there that don't know who she is, but nothing's happening. Right? We see the beginning made me really mad. At first, I was like, "Is this the tone that we're setting for this?" When the white guy,
I thought it was
black
boring.
veteran,
Oh,
black
that was the
veteran,
tone throughout the entire
I'm
thing.
like-
There was a repeated. Yeah, it was a repeated
Of the
racial thing
victims?
throughout the entire time.
You noticed that too, yeah.
Now through the actual action, he was killing
Yeah,
probably the most
thugs-
diverse array of criminals I've ever
all
seen in my
the
entire
thugs
life.
Were all, it was very
That's
diverse.
suspicious in itself. Like the rainbow skittles of the entire gangs.
At least they admitted that criminals come in all shapes and colors.
But in my review, I'm like, this is really strange. There's a load of white guys decided through a thing, and a lot of the plot is based around if we get enough criminals to do crime in one go, they can't all be stopped simultaneously. I'm like, there's only one group of people that's renowned for doing that, and it is not these sort of pet loving people.
Hey, don't disclude Disparu, okay? He's a part of this team.
I have a bit of. I don't know whether you've seen the news story, which is kind of related to that.
What?
From Cannes?
No.
This is kind of amazing.
Disparu always has the most random stuff.
I
I did like that.
Scrolling on Book Talk earlier. You're not going to believe this.
This is a Cannes hidden gem.
What is it?
In the French animated satire Jim Queen, a queer influencer contracts a virus that turns gay men heterosexual, and it is
Mon
based
Dieu.
around face-to-face Gestapo in a race against time to save the
Gestapo.
alphabet from extinction. And I am just like, I don't know why this exists. I don't know why it's effing cans or it's some French hidden gem. But yeah, what on earth is happening with my mouse? This website.
It's
It's
that
Hollywood.
male's chest is taking over too much of the screen.
A mysterious virus breaks out in Paris, turning gay men into heterosexuals.
That sounds
The
like a
odd-
horror film, honestly.
He even loses all his social media followers.
Oh, that is the worst thing you could do to a gay man.
Wow. We're just looking now like, whoa.
No, I'm getting distracted by the.
I know
By the-
exactly what he's getting
By the,
distracted
by the
by.
guy's pecs. Oh no, I wasn't looking.
They're even counting them. I am the second one in the team. We met during one of these amazing parties. The colourful cast of characters are influenced by their creators, their friends, their exes, and other people they've met. Can you imagine being in this show and being like, hang on, that's me. that stupid kid is writing his exes into the show, and I am him. This is the kind of cans that. Did you hear about the 7-minute standing ovation?
No, for
I heard
who?
about it on Twitter, but I didn't
Yes.
actually look into it.
I did
There was
not.
legitimately a 7-minute. I don't know whether my bookmarks will work. Having such trouble getting my bookmarks to work on this.
An
thing now?
X being.
Whether
Oh my
I'll just go
God.
by my profile. There we
Wait,
go.
sorry, Boomer Bonsai, or maybe I shouldn't, because that will spoil something.
No, it's okay.
Mama
it's-
Nucci lost her limbs when Frank dumped her with polar bears in a zoo.
Savage. See, like, so in the that's in the comics.
Yeah.
He finished the job then.
Damn.
The bright Scarlett Johansson doesn't pick up a FaceTime call from the James Gray during the 7-minute can standing ovation for Paper Tiger. And this video from Variety is just going across all of the celebrity faces. All they're doing is like, I don't know what to be here. Can I please just stop? Can we stop clapping? Could somebody please sit down? Like,
It's so
please.
performative.
This is when someone having a kid, like, can we go home now? That has like no
Yeah.
filter.
Well, it's like Stalin. There was always the story that Stalin killed the first person to stop clapping during one of his speeches, and it kind of comes across like that. Let's see if I can scroll down past all the videos.
That's too much. My hands would start hurting. Like, even if you do a light clap,
Oh,
just like
it hurts.
15
It
minutes,
definitely
it's
does.
just-
It does.
I just snapped like, yay.
I just
Finger snaps.
I personally think a clap shouldn't last more than a minute.
No, it's just like, woo, good job. We're done.
I also think people who clap on airplanes ridiculous. Good job, you did your job.
Good job. We survived. Woo.
Okay,
it's
oh
wild.
my god, what is wrong with this browser? Every time I click a Twitter link, I have to then refresh the page for it to actually load.
It's because of my mic. It's holding you
Pro-
back.
Probably. There's
It's always the
There's
woman's fault.
like he looks in pain. He looks like he's about to cry and he's bored to tears. This guy, no idea what's going on, staring at the screen. He knows he's on camera, so he's doing it enthusiastically. And then you're just going around. There was just, could we please stop now?
Trey, like, I have to pee. Can please let me go? Could you imagine?
But please, I just want to stop. This guy, he doesn't have many years left as it is. You're probably taking years off his life. He just wants to sit down and rest his legs. Imagine being one of the people at this guy. He's like, no, I have to because I'm still on the camera, please.
I'm
Get
actually
the
really
camera
happy
off
to be
me!
here. I'm so
don't think
happy.
I don't think I've ever met in my entire life anyone I would clap for 7 minutes for, let alone performatively. That would be one of those. I'm just like sitting down. I can't.
What
be
about
bothered.
Jimmy
How's
Carr?
this going?
But Jimmy
No.
Carr. He gets
I've
one
been
clap
to his
and that's it.
performances. Nobody claps for 7 minutes.
He'd probably be like, "Can you guys shut up?" Comics would be funny with that.
You're, like,
Bro.
clapping way too much, okay?
No,
You guys need
he
to
does
calm
the thing.
down.
He does the thing where he walks off stage. You clap for 15 seconds or something, and then he comes back and does like an encore. That's normal, but no one's clapping for 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's. Just
When it's
too
over, you
much.
leave.
Yeah, when it's over, you just go.
That's what she
Let me get a
said.
couple of supers here. Thank you guys. Mongoose gifted a membership. Thank you, Mongoose. And Hokies has been a member for 35 months. Do you know what part of the body is the last to die? The pupils, they dilate.
Oh,
Oh my
you
god.
should be
Are you
ashamed
okay?
of yourself for that one.
Why?
Okay, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. X-ray?
What?
Do you know how to pronounce this name? Disprove somebody?
I don't know, Shun.
It's Jin.
June?
I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say
No.
that, but I'm like, I'm probably gonna say
I
it
have no
wrong.
idea. I just said
Just let
some
us know
letters together.
if we said it wrong, right or wrong. We'll just call you S June or Shun. Okay. Thank you for the 11
Je
euros.
suis un.
Just sweet un. That
Je-
sounds fancy. What's up, guys? Two-part question. If you're into Lego, what do you think of the new Lego? Was it Minas Tirith?
Minas Tirith.
Minas
Because you
Tirith?
haven't watched Lord of the Rings.
No,
oh my
not
god.
the second or third, just the first. If it's in
Get
the first, I
outta
just
here.
forgot. And second, Disparu, we the chat want your iconic salute. Keep on rocking, guys. Thank you. Here,
Cheers.
should we full screen him for the iconic salute? Hold
I
on.
mean, people say it a lot.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry,
bye-bye.
I clicked minimize and it wouldn't do it, so he's just gonna be sitting there
No.
sipping his
The
coffee like
entire-
whatever.
Isn't the Minas Tirith like it's one of their largest they've ever done? It's like
Yeah,
7,000
it's like
pieces or something.
$650 US.
Oh.
I want it. I
I've
want
written it down. They're on the list for Ian.
Thank you for the 50 pounds, Ian. Gay, is it Gaystapu or
The,
Gaystapo?
the Gestapo.
Gaystapu.
It's-
He was coming at Disparu and calling him like gays. Something.
No,
like-
it was in the thing we've just read. It's
Oh,
from
is
the
that what I
Gust.
missed? Is
It's
that
from
what
the
you guys
Russian.
were laughing at?
It's
Oh
from
my
the
God.
Russian Gestapo. So it's
Yeah,
Gestapo.
Gestapo. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you got a new word, Ian. Duppy, thank you for the 5. If an actor is in a wheelchair, do people still tell them to break a leg before their performance?
Yes, do it.
Yeah, just because they're in a wheelchair doesn't mean they don't got bones to
Not to
lose.
discriminate.
Exactly. You can still break your leg. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since we're learning different words, I had to learn this today. So I'm gonna let you guys learn this word too. You and who ever's in the chat. So do you know what splinting is?
I know what a splint is, but not in this.
Yeah, I know splint like
Context,
if
I
you break,
guess.
like a finger or something, right?
Yeah. So splinting is a way to help you go to the bathroom. And this can only be for girls, by the way.
See, I would have thought it was for guys. I thought it was for like something to do with impotence and just like strap something to it and do
Oh
it
my
anyway.
Oh, goodness.
That's what I thought.
No,
None of us knew.
So this is a way to relieve constipation without straining, and apparently went viral. It's an unorthodox method, and when to he explains it and when to use it. So you help push poop out.
For those of you that didn't understand when she said helps constipation, there you go.
Yeah, well, only girls can do this, and trans men,
Oh.
I guess.
Well,
Yeah, and then
I don't even know the mechanics of that. I'm still trying to work out how on earth.
I see the gears
No,
going.
no,
in
no.
this
Yeah, I'm like,
direction.
surely, like doing it in the like where it's meant to be going.
yeah, so this
What
is the
would be more
butthole.
useful?
Imagine this is the end of the hole. This is a vagine. So you go into the vagine and then you push the poop out.
And I'm so glad we jumped up by like 20 people right at that moment. You're welcome in, everybody.
I still don't know where they got this because that's got nothing to do with splints as well.
I don't know.
I'm offended by the name more than the
The
actual.
name is offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And since we talked about women, I think we have to talk about men because this is apparently a trend that is going around. We had looks maxing, jaw maxing, mogging, whatever, something maxing. But there is something called balls maxing.
Oh yeah.
So it's a trend where you inject fluids into the balls to get them into the size of cantaloupes.
How would you want that?
I know.
honestly, I
Just
don't
Baru
know.
thoughts?
Like,
Why would-
is this
why
a
would
thing?
the only
anyone
person
want
on this
this?
panel that has them?
Well, no, because surely it would just make everything else look smaller, right? Because you're used to a
that's what I
certain
said.
size, and so if
Contrast.
anything, it would be worse.
Why would
Like
you want your
everyone's
balls-
heard of you trim the plant so the vegetable looks bigger. This is the opposite.
Yeah, so they apparently inject like saline into the balls to make them larger, but of course, this would actually be bad for you. Who would have thought?
And
yeah.
people will do anything these days.
I mean, I would respect you more if you injected it into the other organ by the balls, because then most guys would want to.
That's like some
inflate
Austin
that.
Powers stuff. The Swedish.
Well,
what was it?
did you ever-
Swedish larger.
Did you ever hear about the gangsters that did this kind of thing?
No.
Not this specifically, but you know how gangsters are always like, yeah, I've got gold-plated teeth, I've got a gold-plated Glock, I'm so rich. One guy tried to gold-plate his downstairs.
No.
It didn't end well.
Did he burn it off?
I don't think he made it. I think
I
it's
feel
all
like
over.
Donna and X-Ray Girl would have the best conversations for them because she's a nurse. So they've both seen some stuff.
Yeah, saline would be absorbed by the body, which is actually probably the safest because I think I was talking to someone today about this, and they said they were using like a surgical lubricant, which I don't think your body would absorb all that. So saline, if you're gonna do this, is your best bet. But I definitely do not endorse anyone doing this for that matter. Because yeah, you could have tissue damage, infertility, or worse.
I just don't understand. Like, if you did want bigger ones, you can get like fake silicone ones because they do them for
like silicone in the balls.
Well, they do them for like people who've had to have them removed for one reason or another. They put a fake one in there so that it balances out and stuff. So they definitely exist. You could do the equivalent of like the woman's stuff, but for downstairs, and just have massive ones. I don't get why. It's going to be harder to sit down. You'd squash them.
What is the point of having big balls? So like this person says a liter of saline inflates things for 24 to 42 hours. Why?
What is it, like a special occasion? You go into a wedding and you're like, you know what I'll do?
The bulge in your pants to look bigger. You know?
Yeah, you're gonna impress those bridesmaids.
No. What happened to socks? Okay, guys, like. In the subreddit, our saline inflation has 8,700 followers. That is insane.
I think it's just like 8,699 people just watching one weirdo amazed at what he's done to his life.
I hope so. So, anyways, that's a thing.
That shouldn't be a thing.
It really
Gravity
shouldn't.
alone would cause problems.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen it. Actually, the biggest I've ever seen.
You'd end up playing swing football in the middle of the night, going to the toilet.
Well, yeah, the biggest I've ever seen. This is not because of balls maxing. This poor man
At this point, she's just bragging.
No. This was actually in when I was working at the hospital. So this poor man had a hernia. So he had his organs go into the sack, and they were halfway down his legs.
wow, that sounds
They were big.
disturbing.
fun.
Like, and you have
He's
to
got his
keep a
own
straight
personal
face
scarf.
during all that stuff. You can't just be
Yeah.
like, whoa, which is normal. You have to be like,
Well,
oh, wow, okay.
Okay, I remember because I was still training in CT, and they
It's
said
an important moment. Oh, it zoomed out and back in again.
It was like,
It's like
ooh,
I'm ready to do a close up.
so I was training in CT, and they're like, so you're supposed to get from the diaphragm to the entire phallus and the parts down there. I kept on scanning, and I couldn't find it, so I just had to come in and be like, I am so sorry, I need to check
I
something.
need a visual inspection.
And I saw it was down to his knees. I was like, I was never gonna know that it was that big.
oh no,
That's a promise.
Anyways,
There was a guy who holds the world record for the biggest, and he went through airport security, and they're like, "Look, we're gonna have to hand search you. There's something weird going on here." And he says the guy's patting him down, and he's like, "What's that?" He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "What is that?" And so he tells him, and he said, "You have never seen a security guard stop searching you and wave you through as fast as this." He said, the moment he realized it, gone.
was that his peen or his balls? I need to know.
Was that a joke or was that real?
He holds the biggest. He holds the world record for
Hold
it.
on, is this real or is it a dad joke?
What?
What I'm telling is real.
Because
He
the
was
way
on-
you set it up was like
No,
like
he was
you're
on
telling
morning
a joke.
television. He was on like Good Morning, telling this story about everything. And they had like a wooden cardboard man with a ruler where he had to say how big it was. And he told the story. They were like, "Is this having to lead to like embarrassment or anything?" And he told the story going through the airport security. So the guy kept patting me down.
Is this a weapon? not
It's like,
mass.
I told you to
minus
empty your
the M.
pockets. What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Destruction.
Jason J, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Apparently, having colon cancer is weight loss maxing. I have cancer and I'm not endorsing this trend.
Oh,
Jason.
Sorry, dude.
I know. No, Jason's great. He's been around the community for a while. He's awesome. And we're all praying and pulling for you, Jason. I know it's rough. But yeah, I mean, even he's like, yeah, don't do that. So that's telling you something. And Monkey, of course, for 2, I'd go balls to the wall on this one. Thanks, Monkey.
Oh, I think he balls maxes for sure at that rate.
Monkey hurts, does he? Saw, thank you for being a member for 19 months. Hi, X-Ray Girl and Tugs and Disparu. Well, Saw, I'm not Tugs. Unless you're confusing me with Disparu and you're confusing Disparu with Tugs. Like,
That's true, I'm Tugs.
I mean, that might make more sense. I just got done with my 21K Spartan race, and tomorrow I have 10K and 5K. My hip is so tight right now. Ooh.
You know what? All his energy went to his muscles, so I think we can forgive him.
It's okay. Yeah, if you're sore,
he doesn't have enough blood for both ends of his body.
With that lighting, Disparu does kind of look like Tugs. If you put his glasses on, like they'd be, you wouldn't
really
be able to tell.
You're saying that to take the piss out of me, but you're really offending Tugs.
I don't think so. Anyways, onto a topic. I don't know if I kept up with this a little bit. If you don't know, basically, I guess to put it short, is James Franco was kind of like Me Too. Do I know if it was true or not? No. Just like every other story that came out at that time. But apparently, James Franco has been cast in the Rambo prequel film alongside Noah Centineo. I think Noah is going to be playing Rambo. I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen anything about that.
Franco does not look like a Rambo.
No, he's probably he's somebody else.
I guess him as a soldier.
That's what it's probably going to be. But this is Franco's first major studio movie in years after allegations over sexual misconduct made by 5 women in 2018. So almost 10 years he's been out of the spotlight.
And it's ridiculous. This is actually one of those things during that entire time. The more women came out about somebody, the less I believed it. Because I could maybe believe that one person wouldn't say anything, but by the time you're up to 5 and none of you went to the police, I'm like, all of this is nonsense. So
I think with him,
if you don't go to the police and have a court trial, I don't care. I want him back in the industry.
I think James Franco's a pretty good actor. I obviously liked him in Spider-Man. He's been in some good ones though, but he's not like top or anything for me. But he's done some good stuff.
My favorite was 137 Hours. Have you watched that?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, he plays a hiker that gets stuck in like a canyon.
Really?
And you go through 137 hours and I'm stuck there.
That sounds terrifying. I have to check that out. But yeah, like the allegation stuff, I'm pretty sure with him, it was like Instagram messages and just like stuff like that. But like the girls were talking to him, and I don't know. I don't say anything because I don't know what was proven, what wasn't. So I keep my 2 cents out of it. That's just what I know. And he just decided to disappear for almost 10 years.
The AI summary is that there was I'm assuming a civil case citing abusive power and coercion into explicit scenes. Well,
oh yeah, that too. Because
if you agree to do them, that's on you.
Yeah, he had like a class at, I think it was maybe in New York City or something, where he was doing like intimate scene classes with people, right? Like teaching them how to do that for film. But if you're taking it, that's what I'm saying.
It's just that whole thing is just a grift. It was a grift now. Now it's with intimacy coordinators, who I still think all should have their computers checked. If that's a career path you go into, there's something weird about you.
Yeah.
But the very fact that if you decide to do a scene, you're a grown adult. You're responsible for your own decisions. You can say no.
Yeah, Blake Lively.
Oh goodness, that stuff. That was wild.
She has done so much to destroy her career. It's too bad that this didn't happen in 2025, 2026 when, Me Too was turned around. I mean, like the whole case with Amber Heard, that was pretty much the pivotal turn, right? Like, it was like, believe all women except these crazy ones, please.
Yeah, maybe just believe people that have proof they're telling the truth. Doesn't matter their gender. It's so stupid. That was
it's not even proof that they're telling the truth. I think Me Too, if it was used in the correct way to support actual victims
Mhm.
is a good idea. But it always gets taken over by people who are trying to go and take advantage. And we've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that time and
That
time
too.
and time
But
again.
What I think
this is
happened
why
with
we
Me
have the
Too-
legal system and the police.
I
Like
think
they
that-
are the neutral observers who you go to, you give relegations, they look for proof, and we solve it out that way, rather than just doing it through civil cases which are 50-50 or vibes based, or
Yeah.
worse, making a twit longer about it. Like a lot of them were.
I think what happened with Me Too is that when it like actually started, it was people that really like were harmed, right? And then it got hijacked by people that wanted to discredit it, and then people that wanted money jumped on it and just kind of messed up the whole thing. And it made people just like not believe anybody because like, okay, like so many people are full of it. So that's what I think happened with it.
Well, it's backfired massively on women as well now, because
Yeah.
one
No
of the
one
main
believes them
ways.
now.
Well, it's not just that. One of the main ways that women used to meet husbands would be, if you want to date a doctor, you go in as a nurse and you try and meet a doctor. They would position themselves into industries where men they wanted were. But now it's all like, look, you can't date anyone in the company. You'll lose your job. It's not worth it. Now, a lot of companies have rules that you can't date within the company because they don't want the HR problems or
Smart.
some accusation about power imbalance, which is just
Yeah.
nonsense. Unless you can prove that there's something happening to your job and he's pressuring you, there is no power in. But you're an adult, you can say no. And so it's actually, it's probably a lot of reasons, because people used to, you spend so much time, amount of your time at work. I could fully understand why relationships and everything kicked off at work when you're spending 8 hours next to somebody. And now all that's gone. So where else are you supposed to meet people? That's dating
and
apps took over and everything else.
Even guys today, they are too afraid to walk up to someone to say anything because, oh, a guy looked at me. Hashtag me too.
It's
Mhm.
true. It's true. And I feel for like the really young generation, right? Like think of the people in high school now. Boys are probably like terrified to approach girls now. Because like
Well-
not just that, but like social media, we talked about this before, like Gen Z and even the younger generation under Gen Z are growing up with cameras on them and social media. So it's like think of like some like nice guy goes up to ask a girl to prom or something and she's not interested in him, and then a video gets recorded, he gets made fun of, and boop, it's on the internet. Like things like that we never had to think about. Just
Well, it's-
embarrassment, and it's probably just really tough. I can't imagine what it's like being a man or a boy in high school right now.
One of the big complaints that
Like-
came out very soon afterwards was a load of women were like, no man will mentor me now. There's no one-on-one thing because a guy will not be alone in a room with me
Scary.
because he doesn't want to risk his job over me saying something, taking something the wrong way. It can be something as simple as they're on a computer, you're behind them, you lean over, put your hand on their shoulder, and they're like, this is work. This isn't appropriate for the workplace. Just gestures, which or like a comment about clothing or anything like that, can all be taken out. Hostile workplace
your
environment.
hair looks nice today. A compliment. All of a sudden, oh my god, that was so inappropriate. Wait, what?
Think of like women like, I have a boyfriend. Like okay, your hair looks stupid then. Like you know what I mean? Like there are girls that are like that. Imagine if guys are like that. Like I have a girlfriend.
guys
The
love
sketches of that.
they
Guys love getting compliments because they
No,
don't
no.
really get them. It's like if a guy is dressed nice and like some random, even if another guy's like, you know, not guys don't usually do, but if like a woman especially is just like, hey,
Don't
nice
remember
shirt,
her.
nice jacket, whatever. They're like,
No,
they
what I
get
meant
so
is
happy about it.
there's sketches of like a guy walking down a street and he'll deliberately drop his phone or something next to a woman. The woman sees it, picks it up, and goes, "Excuse me, excuse me." He's like, "I'm sorry, I've got a girlfriend," and he walks off, and the girls get really angry just at the assumption that he made.
It's so funny. Speaking of just randomness, I know you were just, I was going to bring this up when you brought up the boys show, but did you see this, Disparu?
I can't, but look, he's the worst character in the show, I think.
I don't know why. I
I
think he's
don't know what
yeah,
he's
I mean, I
for.
haven't watched in a while.
He's
I gave up.
so lame. Like he is so lame. Oh.
Okay, Nate Archibald. That's who I see. I see.
You know, he was a better Nate Archibald than the
Yeah.
Deep, but I think he enjoyed playing this role. It just his first season was so good. They used his character so well, and then every season thereafter, he was kind of like the punching bag, the little
Mhm.
wimp. Who cares about him? So I don't know how his character lasted so long just based on the writers.
but now he's getting a
How?
spin-off.
I don't.
I don't
understand.
see how. The issue is, like, he's not particularly strong, and he's a gimmick character. And so, yeah, the fish talking to you is funny, but you're not enough of a character to make a story around. And that's in the show. To do his own spin-off, no. I'd be too
it's a
wanting him to drown.
I thought I blocked this so it didn't pop.
Oh, disgusting fish. Yeah, I didn't even
I
look.
thought you.
Thank you.
I thought you checked on this.
I had them. Did they make another one? I had them muted so the stuff didn't pop up.
Maybe,
It
but
is
they
muted.
are. They
It
are.
says, who put that? Was it not me? Because they're muted,
me?
so they don't pop up. Was it, who put it in the chat?
It's probably me. I always double check before I show things.
I
but-
usually do too, but like this guy, I'm surprised that it didn't tell me like this account is muted. But I guess when you click on the profile, it still shows. All
My
right,
bad
well,
if it's
thanks.
me. If it's me,
Never
I don't know.
mind.
It probably is.
It's okay.
But even with the idea of like a spin-off, after watching what's his face Jensen Ackles, I don't even want to see him in a spin-off. They did his character
He's
dirty.
Soldier Boy, right?
Soldier Boy,
I
yeah.
haven't watched, so I don't know what happened with him. I like Jensen Ackles, but
Oh no, his character basically cried at least 3 or 4 times this season. I felt like his character kept on jumping back and forth. It wasn't very strong or steady. You know, it's like, oh, I have a son. Oh, I'll help my son, but I hate him. I help him. I hate him. I'll F the girl that wants to F him. And
oh goodness.
it seemed like petty. It's so petty.
He doesn't do anything. And so few characters in the entire series do anything. One of their biggest scenes with Ackles was meant to be where he was getting chased by the Flash kind of character and he's throwing people in the way. But even that, it's not good action. It was really kind of slow and stoppy, and they think they're being funny when all the humor is like that of an 8-year-old, which has just found out that
see you next Tuesday.
that he can swear and get away with it. It's so... all the stuff is really childish and basic. It's kind of like the lowest grades of comedy possible that no one finds funny. I don't really understand the point of the show.
Yeah, he's on my list for celebrity. He's a good looking man.
Yeah. I like penis jokes, okay? Or whatever, fart jokes and whatnot, okay? But this takes it to a new level.
It's not even related to the topic. She just really likes
I
fart
know.
jokes.
I'm talking about the boys.
I
It's ridiculous how many jokes there are. And like it's not needed. When have I ever said that, guys? Never until this show.
But yeah, there's stuff. The last season that I watched was the one where the guy like exploded in the guy's penis. Right? That happened?
Yeah, I stopped watching after that. Then I think I went back and tried again and got bored again and stopped.
Yeah. That's the season that I gave up. I'm like, I just can't even do it. I'll just listen to what like Disbrew and everyone else that watches this. They could fill me in.
I forgot there was a really
Speaking of
funny
penis jokes.
line. Carl Urban.
He's got a
says
tab for
something-
everything.
No, Carl Urban says something about surgery and is talking to Starlight, and I thought it was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, man, what she did to her
You know
face,
the
that's-
funniest thing about the last episode? They
What?
had an actress playing Starlight in a TV series
was
in the
so
TV
hot.
series.
She was
She
so
was
hot.
way more attractive than Starlight.
It was
Really?
actually insane.
Can you imagine looking at the
I wanna
person
see.
playing you and being like, this person is just way hotter? But in the whole idea of penis jokes, there was this one. There's the Christopher Nolan woman who went, you cannot gaslight me that she's attractive. My penis isn't intelligent enough to feel shame. And it is-
yeah. That was a good tweet, sir. Good tweet.
Kind of popped off a bit. It was, it's true. Like, they try, it's like, you must be a bigot. So I don't. You're not. No, he's talking to me. I'm not in control of it. It's its own measurement. It's its own barometer.
It's the same thing when they were trying to gaslight people. It's like if you don't like trans women, you're a bigot. I'm like, you're allowed to like what you like or who you like. Why does it have to be you're a bigot if you don't like this certain type of person? What?
Yeah, well, you're only a bigot if you disagree with them. That's it.
What response are they hoping to get though? It's like, and it does not going to change reality, love. You're still a 4.
Speaking of Disbrew tweets, I didn't know until like a minute ago that Disbrew didn't tweet this out. You put it in the group chat, so I thought this was you.
Oh no, this was in relation to the Expendables story.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna get to that. There it is.
There you go.
Okay, so Lionsgate is making the Expendables. Please,
This
Good
is
God.
horrible. Horrifying.
please no. An all-female spin-off of The Expendables. The story takes place in the late 1990s during Y2K fears and world tensions as it shows the origin of a new team of tough female action heroes to help grow the franchise. I hate to tell you this, Lionsgate, but this is not going to help grow the franchise. In fact, it's
No.
going to have the opposite effect.
Can we cast the entire crew with their double just for fun?
With their double? Okay, who
Yeah,
do we want?
Miss Transgender Black Woman in the wheelchair from the Met Gala.
The final
will be-
boss for DEI.
She can be like the
She's-
IT guy in the van. She's got like loads of computers. She's
Yes.
got like an AI voice speaking for
Lucy
him.
Liu can be Jet Li, right? Because his
Oh,
character.
I thought Ming Na
Elliot
Wen.
Page should be the leader.
Well, I was just thinking Lucy Liu because she really wants more Asian representation, so she needs it.
Ming Na Wen was complaining about people pronouncing Asian names, though.
I think we could get
so
away.
They both got to fight to the death for who gets that role.
I think we could get away with casting Elliot Page and Simu Liu. I think that works.
Yes. Oh my god. It'd actually be funny if Ming Na
Feminine,
Wen
though.
and Lucy Liu were playing the
Well,
same character, but just kept on
also,
interchanging.
Actually, no. I think I've got the perfect cast for them. If you
Oh, no.
show this,
Oh, gosh.
no.
Oh my god.
The View
Bella
announces an
Ramsey.
all-new cast of angry middle-aged women.
You know what? I agree with this.
Oh no.
Scarlett Johansson probably could, although she's not really like outwardly vocal. She just said the whole thing about being an older person. Now she's
Well, no,
taking a proper
it depends what you're after. It depends. Are you after the feminist joke version, or are you after one that would be commercially successful? Because if
That would
commercially
be
successful,
successful.
Sigourney Weaver
Not
and
with
Linda
her.
Hamilton, yes.
she's way too
Bella
old.
Ramsey.
If
That-
you want this to be commercially successful, you have a load of 20-year-olds wearing next to nothing, killing
Oh,
everyone
like
in the
real
sexiest
success.
ways possible.
Real
Yeah.
success. Okay, yeah. No, I
Like
agree.
if you're doing like the feminist old version, if you're doing actually the Expendables but with women, then like these were like a load of older action men, kind of to show that it really doesn't matter. So if you did that with women, it's just gonna flop. It's gonna die on its own.
How could we forget
But
Jada
if you did
Pinkett
the
Smith?
young hot version,
Jada Pinkett Smith could take Bruce Willis's spot for, obvious reasons there. Their hairstyle matches.
Oh god.
Lizzo.
Ian said I'm busy because he heard said
Wow.
he's Bond. He's busy. He's Bond.
Oh yeah,
Oh
he's at
my
the Bond
gosh.
audition.
Yeah, that is just insane. And you know what? While we're on that topic, I have my tabs look like Disparu's computer right now, probably because I have so many up. But there was another topic related to that. Oh my gosh, where is it? I have too many tabs open.
It's why you have to group them.
I did group.
Oh,
them through-
okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
I've
here
still
it
got
is,
too
there it
many
is.
colors.
I still have too many. I don't know what to do. All right. So I don't want this either. Let me share the sound too. Jordana Brewster still wants to make it all female Fast and the Furious. Here's her take on this. And no, I mean, to be fair, they've done enough ridiculous stuff to where that wouldn't even like.
Who was this? Who was the name?
Jordana. She played
Can
Dom's sister.
you scroll up to
Oh, sorry, Jordana Brewster.
Okay, it's not the woman I was thinking of.
No, it's
Someone
she
else
played
has been on a
Dominic's
right tear
sister.
of terrible comments.
I think, right? That's her.
Oh, if you
Yeah.
let me know. Because I also think we could do a female spinoff for not that big a budget. Sure. It could be down and dirty and fun. And
The wage gap, yeah.
I think it would be great.
Gonna say
What would you like? I don't know.
the wage gap. Yeah, super.
I've actually got live action footage of a trailer which has already come out for that movie.
Is
Yeah.
it actually a girl driving?
Oh shoot! How'd you find this?
Oh, there goes one. There goes
10
another.
points,
We're going
30
straight
points.
through. She's beeping the horn. It's their fault.
Wow,
We
wow.
somehow flip over the barriers into the other road of Wales.
Guys, you know how difficult it is to do that in a semi?
My favorite is just, please get out the way. I'm beeping the horn. No, the horn, people. That one, no horn. Afterwards, we get the horn.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I have a bunch of blockbuster movies that I think are going to do really well in the theaters.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, Conan the Vegetarian.
Ah.
Then we have Christopher Nolan's Hulk Hogan starring Elliot Page. Elliot Page fighting scene in the Odyssey. This is how her character died before going into the underworld. This is what AI's meant for.
Oh my
Elliot Page
gosh,
fighting something
that is
successful.
the Ben Affleck is one of my favorite memes. Like that is one that is never gonna die out. I
No.
don't think.
Elliot Page as He-Man.
Oh goodness.
The Incredible Hulk. As Kratos. Oh, Boulder back. Him back. Sorry. Can you imagine being told this as Winona Ryder? Your boobs are too huge, and you wanted to have sex all the time, so I didn't want to be with you.
It is just like, look, I'm tired out, I'm knackered. You're gonna have to lay off, love.
And then this one is one of my favorites.
Oh, this one was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is in 300.
Xerxes offers his respect, ma'am. All he asks is that Sparta kneels a simple bow and your people will be spared.
Don't call me ma'am.
My apologies, miss. Xerxes is generous. He only wants your loyalty. Surely even a delicate thing like yourself can understand that.
I said don't fucking misgender me!
Ma'am, calm down. No need to get emotional.
It is so!
That's my favorite bit, where it just doesn't move.
Anyways.
Music, yeah.
Yeah. You get the idea.
I've got two of my own as well. There's this one for Christopher Nolan's next cast announcement.
Oh, okay.
Odysseus and Grogu
Oh,
going around
my God.
to save the day. And I've also, there was this, which I think really shows what we're in for in the Odyssey. Live action footage of Alan Page
my
putting
God,
on
yes.
Brad Pitt's armor.
A shadow of myself.
Shit.
Okay,
Okay, Brad's armor isn't.
It looks like a kid trying on their parents' clothing.
It would be. You do realize 5'1".
5'1"? I thought that was
5'1". It is a case of even if you thought this, even if everything was exactly correct and everything you believe is true, why would you want to become a 5'1" man?
You're just asking to be in like the low end of everything possible.
Yeah. You move over from being like a successful actress,
Pretty cute, you know,
to bottom of the barrel short king man.
Short king man.
5'1".
As-
It's like
as-
Tom Cruise pat you on the head.
As a woman, she did way better as an actress than she has done as
She
a
was
man.
cute too.
Yeah, because you're not castable, because you've essentially turned yourself into something
niche
which can't be
actor.
anything except your own identity group in a movie, and those roles don't really exist.
Not
So you're not
much,
going to be an
not
action
anymore.
hero. You're not going to be a dad. You can't really do any role. So
Unless you're Bella Ramsey. She became a dad. Oh God. So if you were to do like transing and whatnot, I feel like if you were like a tall woman, it would make sense to want to be a man, blah 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 blah.
well, tall women aren't discriminated against, though. So again,
Not
you'd be
as
like,
much, no.
why would you want to?
Well, up to a certain point. I think some men, I'd say at least half the men out there they don't want to be shorter than their woman.
No, this isn't a man. This is a woman thing. Women want someone who's taller than them because he makes them feel safe and protected. But that would be something that, as a taller woman, you would have to overcome yourself and realize that it's you that wants someone taller than you, and you're not going to get it. So you are going to have to accept someone smaller.
Chat, would you date someone who's like half a head to full head taller than you at least?
I don't think guys would care. I don't think height's something men care about. It's like
I've seen guys
a
worry
woman
about
having
that.
a degree. It's like, that's nice.
It
Yeah.
probably depends. Like
It's
some
not-
guys, I think some guys care, but if you know a guy is comfortable in his own skin, like if they're not like Peter Dinklage, who clearly
Okay.
has a problem with his height, but if you're just like whatever, I'm chill with how I am. If the girl's taller, they probably this would try it right, they don't care, but some do care. That's okay. I'm not saying you're uncomfortable, but think about it. If you're like a tall guy and a girl's taller than you, you might be like, hey, listen.
Okay,
Like, if
so
you're like a
apparently I'm
6'7"
wrong.
guy and there's a girl that's taller.
if anything, look at the reaction to Lady Dimitrescu. Like, there was loads of guys that were there. And I also, like, that's not me either, be like, oh my god, she's to me, it would just be nothing. I care neither way at all.
See what I mean? When we're 5'11" are beasts. Like, I
Are you
mean,
5'11"?
Maybe she's a short queen like me.
It's so funny when you have such short friends because they can't reach the top of the shelves. My favorite are especially with my like 4'11 friends, the way they sit in their car is so funny to me because the wheel is like this close to their chest because their arms are so short. And I'm like,
Aw.
I'd be so
They're like little
uncomfortable.
T-Rexes.
Yes, because when I sit, my legs are so long, my arms actually have to extend out because otherwise my legs will be crunched in. That's why I really like big cars. I'm tall.
I'm sorry, this one made me laugh.
Wow. Okay, koala bear. Wait, they climb trees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to
have
be
syphilis.
anything specifically, but and they have bifurcated penises.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
No,
I believe
it's
it's
strange
koala
the different way our questions went then. Was like, I don't
What?
believe you. I believe
Why?
you, but what's the evolutionary purpose for that? Do the women have two places it needs to go? I'm confused.
Maybe they got okay. Koalas have 2 PPs, and
What?
the
I did not know
women
that.
have 3 vagines and a pouch.
What's the evolutionary purpose behind that? Surely they should have 3.
I don't know.
Or is it like the women keep evolving another one? It's just like, no, I will be the dominant one here.
Okay, apparently the 2 prongs align with the female's side vagines, while she possesses a central vagine that serves exclusively as the birth canal for joeys.
Oh.
The more you know, you come here, to learn about random things like koalas and stuff.
Hey, there's some really weird. I remember, so one of my first classes was evolutionary biology, and there was a slide that the professor put up of all the different shapes and not sizes, shapes of penises out there. Some had corkscrews, some had barbing on it. It's crazy what is out there.
Well, now that's just an English literature class. As they're going through, Milking Farm, they're going through all the different animals. There's like dinosaur and dragon ones up there. Like, look, this is the important information you need to know, ladies.
It's very important. Well, something that's not, I don't know. Well, I know we've talked about this before, but now that the casting is underway here for 007, Amazon started auditions to find the next James Bond. Nina Gold, Game of Thrones, is the casting director. I know
Really? Nina? I don't know.
I don't know who, because there was some good casting in Game of Thrones. I'm sure she wasn't the only one, but I don't know who.
But we also don't know which people she casted, because
That's
at
what I'm
least with
saying.
directors, we know, although there wasn't anything super egregious with the casting. Thinking about that now, at least with Game of Thrones, it was the script, realistically.
Yeah, the casting was pretty good for everyone.
We do have, there's been one place which has given us a list of 10 actors that they think would be suitable for the role.
We've been talking about this for the last year and a half to 2 years.
So this is 10
Oh, here we
non-binary
go.
stars
Please
who would be
no.
perfect to play
Very true.
James Bond. And oh my god,
Whoa,
the entire thing's crap.
Why?
Oh no.
I keep complaining about my browser, and it keeps, I don't know, every time I go in, it just
I like that it's
crashes the
called
entire
out.
slide.
There we go.
So you got Elliot Page, brave 5'1" star of the Umbrellas.
5'1" as James Bond sounds redonkulous.
I mean, I don't know how you look at that and think James Bond.
that is Timu Will Smith.
Nothing about James Bond at all. Then
Oh no, thank you.
Timu Liu.
Ilio Sheng.
Simu
And
Liu.
if you notice a lot of these, they're always like, this is the first, the first for the franchise. Then it's like the first, and then that one isn't the first. I think there's another one that's James Bond. Anybody?
That looks
No,
like
hair's not
Frost's
pink enough.
sister.
Not
Oh look,
pink enough.
it's the first. Like every single one. I've always wanted to see James Bond with a nose ring myself,
And pink
so
hair.
that when he's fighting someone, they can lead him around by it. That's always been the best. Oh,
Could lead him around by it.
this is the one that was in Star Trek Discovery that picked up the scientist who was like that. Actually, I've never felt like a she. And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll never do that to you again." Who got with another NB person who then took a symbiote inside them, and I think that technically means they're 3 people. Theo Germain wearing a woman's dress. It's like you don't want
Oh
to change all the way. Elliot Fletcher. Zoe Trackus, they were in, I think they've been in a few movies, but I knew them from Wentworth, where
I
actually
never
was
watched
playing a
that.
man,
Me
but I think
neither.
is actually NB. So couldn't be James Bond anyway, but is a woman. Oh, Ironheart was in Ironheart. Chellaman
Well, that's a good credit. Top
and
tier
Laith
show. Didn't watch
Ashley,
it.
because if ever I wanted James Bond, I want someone in leopard print.
I mean, he's rocking that,
He
man.
would
The blonde hair,
lathe
that's
it
Bond.
down for you. He was probably the most masculine looking out of all of them. I don't really know
mean,
if
yeah.
you can say he's masculine given that leopard print that he was wearing,
That tones it down
I-
quite a
I-
bit.
but he
I
was
just
the
wanna-
most.
I just want to point out one of their descriptions was the disabled trans non-binary bicyclist.
Bicyclist.
Mm-hmm.
The gay bikers, man, you got to look out for them. Bicyclists, sorry.
Okay,
Cyclist,
can we
yeah,
can we get a Gestapo here, please?
Here we go. All right, let
It
me
would
get to-
flip the world the right side up to have that kind of representation.
It would like we.
Well,
we-
make your own
do you wanna
parody
be on the
James
right
Bond with them.
or wrong side of history, people. Come on.
I just like that none of them were English. But like, not a single one was actually British.
like
So
James
I'd be
Bond.
just on that alone.
Let me get some supers. Dumb old bear, thank you for the 199 pounds. You guys just talk bullocks. Well, that's what Saturday is about.
Bollocks.
Bollocks. Sorry, I
Bollocks.
said bold, didn't I? Bollocks.
It's not bollocks. Bollocks.
Bold.
Bollocks.
It's not Sandra Bullocks.
You talk Sandra Bullocks. Andrew Matthews said you're the 2 pounds. Body cams proved a lot of people are lying.
Yeah.
Hmm. A lot of people look like demons when they're attacking you is also something I found out.
It's the anger. That's
Yeah, it's true.
They like snarl. It's strange.
It's not. It is. Chris Nicholson, thanks for being a member for 10 months. X-ray girl, I need more details about this patient. Did they wobble to and fro? Could he tie them in a knot? Could he tie them in a bow?
Yes.
Oh no. Monkey for 2 says that's not my hand on your shoulder. Oh, hold on. There's a
Stop being
conversation
like
happening
Doctor
here.
Who right now, okay?
Hold on. Ian for
Wait,
50 says
what was
monkey.
his name? You
It
just
felt too
proved?
small for a hand. Ian.
Oh, I know who you mean. It's the
It's not Doctor Who. It's the guy from Doctor Who that was on the
he's Captain
spin-off.
Jack.
Captain Jack. This guy. Before we continue,
Thank you,
I'm so
Ian,
sorry.
for 50 pounds.
John Barrowman.
Yeah, so he used to jokingly put his penis on people's shoulders.
Yeah, just like
Um,
whack it out and you'd have a
and
little friend.
He's like outwardly gay, and he got me too'd.
Dang.
Well, it was more. Yeah, it was more just like not fit for the workplace because it wasn't harassment because no one thought he was actually into them kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the weirdest part is his defense was like, it's the BBC, everybody does it. And then other people at the BBC have also got in trouble for this. There was another guy got fired who did like a food cooking show because he would just walk into the set naked and just like with everything hanging out.
What is that X-ray? Is that hard root beer, like hard cider? Oh, crazy uncle. Okay,
Crazy
I
Uncle.
remember there was like not your father's root beer, and that was like one
Not
of
your
the,
daddy. This is the Odyssey we talked
Pedro
about.
Pascal's root beer, not your daddy. Or this is your daddy.
Well,
Call
speaking
me
of that,
daddy.
what's going on in the
Daddy's
chat?
root beer.
Monkey for 5 says Ian. Well, you haven't looked at it yet. Too excited. Oh my boys.
Did
Get
we
a
get
room.
a raid? Thank
Did we?
you, Cole Hauser.
Cole
for the
Hauser rated.
raid.
Thank you, Cole Hauser. Thank you. Yep. See, I added you to the list. I didn't forget. Justin Martins, thanks for the 10. They should make the Expendables like the Suicide Squad, where the girls storm the beach of the island, get murked right away, and then send them in the real.
They sent in the Expendables.
Yeah, but before they die, they have to say, "Girls get things done." Yes,
Thanks,
please.
Cole Hauser.
It's like they don't even hit the beach. They're in one of like the World War II landing craft, and they were like, "Yeah, go girls, we're gonna do amazing." It just blows
Let's go,
up.
girl.
It's either that or they end well before they actually blow up. They end up in the wrong place. Did you put the coordinates in the GPS correctly?
Just don't tell anybody.
Get
And it's
lost.
like this is like the first 2 minutes of the movie. They all come in. This thing blows up, and then it's like Thunderbolts. The name gets scratched out, and then it's the Expendables, and the men come in to do the job.
Yeah. That
Oh
would
my
be an epic
goodness.
entrance.
It would be.
Just don't tell anybody. It's just the ultimate reveal. Rather than doing it at the end of the movie like Thunderbolts did.
Grandest of potatoes. Are you really? For $4.99. I'm 6'2". My ex is 5'11". I don't have a problem with tall women.
No, it has to be the other way around.
Like taller than you.
You'd have to be 5'11".
Yeah.
I'm
But he probably still doesn't care. Some people
I'm
just
7 feet tall, so I mean, like,
yes.
I gotta lower my standards, I guess,
Mhm.
for my own feelings.
Or make him stand on a box.
I'll just hold them up. It's fine.
Oh yeah, because that's not
taller,
emasculating
50.
at all. If it's like She-Hulk, you're carrying him in your arms.
Oh no.
Or you just like pick him up
Like a
like a
little
child
baby.
underneath their arms.
No.
I'll
carrying
throw
him
you out,
around.
baby.
Oh, no.
You're coming with me.
Oh boy.
All I need is a bag of chips.
you read this one just for
And so forth for £50. That's proper money. I'm 5'8". I literally don't care how people view that because I was blessed with big and arrogant dick.
But what about the balls? Are you balls maxing?
Oh no.
Please don't answer.
It's Ian. You think he's not gonna answer?
They've swollen up from alcohol inflammation alone.
He actually injects whiskey. That's how he gets drunk.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this has been, I don't know if it's been like a hot topic, but I know a few people that are actually excited for the Batman 2. Not that, I know there's people that are excited and some people are like, is it actually going to happen? I think that's Vera's in that boat. Like, she really liked the first one. I loved the Penguin. The first one was okay. I gave the first Batman like an 8 out of 10. Penguin was 10 out of 10. That was so good. But Matt Reeves, like 2 days ago, was posting this, or was it yesterday? So, yeah, 2 days ago, was posting stuff like this, and everyone was getting hyped, like, you know, just see you soon, Gotham, and all that. And this, I just pulled this up instead of looking at every single tweet that he put up. The full cast for the Batman 2: Robert Pattinson, Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson, Charles Dance, Andy Serkis, Colin Farrell, Sebastian. How do you pronounce the last name? Koch? Okay. Brian Tyree Henry, Jeffrey Wright, Jamie Lawson, and Gil Perez Abraham. And this is going to be in theaters, supposedly, October 1st, 2027. You want to know something? I forgot who said this. I'm so sorry. It might have been Mo. That another, like, there's been a couple reasons why it's probably been delayed. One was, it was just a guess from me, but it actually has been confirmed. After the success of Penguin, they wanted more Penguin in the movie. Like, I don't even know if they were going to have Penguin in this movie, but because it did so well, it makes sense. People like the character, put him in there. So
It
they had
just
to do
doesn't
some...
take that long to put a character in, though,
Well, not
surely.
just that, though, but another reason. Now, I don't know if this is true, but Mo made this point, and I kind of agree with it. It makes sense. Because of how horrible James Gunn's DCU is doing, he's like waiting because he doesn't want to put it out when he has something else out, right? Because people are going to get confused and think that it has to do with that, and they might not want to go see it. Like, if they're not like,
oh yeah,
us,
can
where
you
we take
imagine
close
if it was coming
attention.
out now, like,
That's
and it
what
was
I'm
going head to
saying.
head with Supergirl or something?
Oh,
Exactly.
Supergirl would
So
do horrible.
that's a pretty fair point. That might not be true, but it makes sense to me because this is definitely better writing than what we get from James Gunn.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was true, but I think the reason probably isn't that he wants to avoid confusion. I think it's that if I put out Supergirl and it flops, and then Batman comes out and people like it.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Or
that-
you're just humiliating me.
They don't want, yeah, that's what I meant by like confused. They don't want people to think that it's in the same universe because the Gun.
No, I
stuff
don't
is
think it's
not
that. I think
good.
it's personal ego for him that he
Yeah.
doesn't want things he's not doing to essentially be successes.
Yeah.
The worst part about this is that, like, even if this comes out, how long has it been between movies? Like,
The first
5, 6
Batman
years
was
at that
like
point?
2021, right? Or
Yeah.
2022?
So it actually is going to do
I think it was
worse for this
2.
movie because it's been so long. I don't even
Yeah.
remember what happened entirely in Batman. I just remember there was a big flood. Okay.
Yeah.
Was there an arc there as well? I don't remember. And the only reason I remember there was a flood was because it was in Penguin.
Yeah. Penguin was great. I don't know if I want a season 2 of Penguin. It's like I do, but at the same time, like, is it going to be bad? Like, should we just
No,
let
just leave
good
it
be
wrapped
good?
up.
Yeah, leave
leave
it
it.
wrapped up with what we got because
The thing
its
is-
standalone season is great.
The thing is, second series of Penguin should be out now.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't think they're going
this
to
is-
do it. They haven't really announced anything. I think there may have been like a hint, but I don't think they're going to do it.
No,
What-
it was going to
what-
go
no,
this well though either.
That's true.
If you did a second series of Penguin, it's too late. You can't be, oh, we don't know whether we're making it now already. It should have already been out. You
Yeah.
have to hammer these repeatedly. I did also see in that cast list, I can't see Andy Serkis the same after Animal Farm and the absolute disaster
Oh
that
yeah,
that
he
was.
was in that.
I
huh?
absolutely do not care or want him in anything again. So
You actually, I forgot you actually watched
Crazy.
that.
How that changes someone's
disaster.
whole
he
career.
was a director. This is like his perfect vision. He's wanted to do it for 15 years, and he wanted to just utterly destroy a book which has gone down in history. Essentially, it'll always be mentioned. So yeah, now I see him, and now I know what he believes. Like I
his
don't want you in
his
anything.
politics have ruined everything. Like Gollum, I wasn't very like strong about anyways, but now it's confirmed. Gonna hate Gollum, guaranteed. He doesn't want to stand up for the original content of a book.
Did
Why
you
would
see
I
the
want
comments
to?
about Gollum? That
No.
Gollum is going
You
to be like the Joker.
Oh, yes,
no.
for the
Joker 2?
No, he said the Joker. He's going to be a
Oh.
Joker-like figure, and
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Joker, like the Joaquin Phoenix. Never mind.
yeah,
But you just mean like the
but the
character,
first
not
movie.
the movie. Oh, okay. Well,
I
why do
wanna,
that
like,
again?
the
We've already
second.
had that. Like, why?
well, I don't know how that fits in with the story at all. I mean,
No.
we all know what Gollum is. Like, the
He's
way
supposed
they
to
describe Gollum is like he sees things and stuff. Yeah, but he always did, right? There was that's why in the movies there's a second version of Gollum that's talking to himself. That's nothing like the
True.
Joker. So if you're now changing it to that,
She's 8 feet tall now.
No, I just leaned in.
She did a manual zoom.
got
Did I have
closer.
to zoom? No, I didn't.
I have no idea.
Here,
Oh.
there, a little out. It was a little zoom.
It
Okay,
was like, we're gonna do a partial zoom just to,
just a tease,
just
y'all.
to mess with you. Yeah. All right.
But regardless, Lord of the Rings should not be linked to any other movies. It should stand alone as its own thing. Stop with this. Oh, we're gonna make the Harry Potter version of Rings of Power or whatever it
That's
is. It is
stupid.
its own IP. Just make it the way it's supposed to be made. Don't F around with the story and have your own interpretation, because then we get that like really pretty piles of crap.
It was Sauron was going to be Walter White. That was the last thing we had
Oh, that was it.
in Rings of Power.
Which one
So-
was the one with that's like it's the Harry Potter Starfleet
That was
Academy.
Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. Like no, Starfleet should be Star Trek.
You're going to have a lot of that kind of thing because, well, firstly, they're not very creative. So they just think, well, I like this, so let's try and merge it over. But also, now, especially with the comments about, well, we were trying to buy all of these franchises, but luckily he's dead now, so we can get him. Bringing on Stephen Colbert, which seems like an entirely political reason. Like, they think that
I don't
Stephen
want
Colbert
his.
got... Well, they think Colbert got cancelled because of... Trump got a show cancelled and he was being thrown to the wolves. So they've hired him deliberately as well, you can't cancel him, we'll just hire him anyway. So if they're going in with that attitude into future series, they are going to bring it into future books. And well, at first, years ago, he may have been like, no, it's important that we make this Tolkien story. Those days are long gone. They're not the same people anymore. And I think a lot of these people are thinking, what kind of legacy can they do? They think the world's gone to crap, which it has because of them. But they think that now it's crap, we need to fix it. And so they're even more dedicated to changing everything, to using culture as a platform. And so I don't trust anything Peter Jackson, especially Philippa Boyens, creates in the future.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how I think 10 years ago, if we ever heard Peter Jackson ever got his hands on any Lord of the Rings ever again, we'd be like, oh my God, yes, 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 yes. I just don't trust people anymore.
No.
Actually, not even 10. It was about 3. When it was all coming out about Rings of Power, remember when we found out that they didn't contact Peter Jackson? Everyone was like, no, contact Peter Jackson. And then since, over time, now we've learned out what he's making since War of the Rohirrim came out, which people were excited for at first until they found out what they were doing. It turns out everyone from that time is just gone. Russell T. Davies did exactly the same thing.
You know what? Power has corrupted them. It's like they have their own version of the ring, but it's a DEI.
I think they just get their morality from the social consensus around them. And so as that gets more extreme in Hollywood, they just go along with it. Like, they don't have morals. They just have what everyone else has.
They have been surrounded too long.
Well, yeah, they're so kind of removed from reality in the real world that every single person they know has the same opinion. And because it's like a social virtue kind of thing, the way that they do it, rather than coming up with original ideas, they play the safe route, and so they take what's already there and just get a bit more extreme with it. So it's like, I'm more virtuous than you because I believe it even more radically than you do. And so if you're in a little hug box, it's constantly getting worse because everyone's constantly trying to outdo the last person. And because they're sort of social consensus dominated rather than thinking for themselves, they all go along with it. And so there is no stopping the train. And you end up with everyone changing.
Yeah. Well, since we're on the topic of directors and stuff here, this is something I was kind of interested in. I think Sam Raimi has made some good movies. He's good at horror, though.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, but horror. We'll think of like Evil Dead. So he's directing a new take on the 1970s cult classic horror movie Magic. Never heard of it. Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, Freddy vs. Jason, and Send Help. Ooh, Send Help was not great.
I
script.
thought
This
it was
good.
a really bad, like, not a good movie, but enough to be like, in 5 years, I'd watch it again.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but it wasn't.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't bad. Like it had potential, but it got like a little too weird, you know. And I really like Rachel McAdams, so I wanted to love it. I like Rachel McAdams, I like Sam Raimi, but it was like definitely wasn't the worst that I've watched even the last like 5 years. But it was just weird. I don't know. Me and Vera reviewed it, and we kind of said the same thing. Like it was just it was just
the right amount of weird, bad, good. Like it's neither bad, it's not great.
I'll have to check that out. It had Anthony Hopkins. Okay. So, it's right here. The original starred Anthony Hopkins as a musician who reached fame alongside his twisted ventriloquist dummy named Fats. It could be interesting. See, like if you're going to remake something, this is something that's a little less known. Like I've never heard of it. Doesn't mean it's not popular. I think that I really wish that remakes would be done of stuff that failed. Like, oh, we didn't have enough money to put into this back in like the 70s or the 80s. And like if it flopped, like if you're gonna do remakes, don't do ones on movies that did well. I don't know if this did well. I didn't see it. I would check it out.
Well, cult classic generally means failed but is beloved by a small group of people.
I wouldn't say putting your money behind a movie that's already failed would be a good idea. Like I get why people like corporations do remakes and whatnot, and sequels, prequels, interquels on proven IPs because they're using a audience that has existed. I don't think necessarily putting money in a failed movie is a good idea because depending on why it failed.
That's what I mean. Not like cult classics, right? Because you guys are right. Like that's cult classics. Like Hook is a cult classic. It kind of failed when it came out, but people love it now. I just mean
like a cult classic is fine, but a movie that failed without any like love for it, like if that's what you mean.
Yeah, no.
Well, kind of. It's just like maybe if like the idea was there, right, that it could have been great, but maybe they didn't have the budget to give it the proper love that it needed, something like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like, and I wouldn't remake this, but just for the example of the way it played out, Underworld absolutely bombed at the cinema. But now a lot of people think fondly of it, and it did really well on DVD, and then it went on to be a successful franchise. There are a lot of movies which absolutely die at the cinema, but then they're picked up and kind of discovered later on. And so, yeah, if you remade them, a lot more people would care about them.
Okay, like a good B movie, mongoose. Yeah, I agree with that. Like Firefly, but I don't trust them to do Firefly. But Firefly.
This is the thing with anything. It's like there are lots of things which could be remade or games that could be adapted. But all of that comes with the caveat of if they did it right. But if they could do something right, you wouldn't be looking for things for them to adapt in the first place. So
exactly.
It's one of those weird questions.
The trust is not there anymore when it comes to these types of remakes of like whether it's good or bad or like a cult classic that became beloved or whatnot. I just as soon as I hear remake, I don't know if I want to watch because I've watched like 5 or 6 remakes in the last 5 years that have bombed.
I think you'd have to do something where you're bringing something new to it. So like if it had really bad CGI because it was really old, or if it's black and white movies, that kind of thing, where you think you can bring it up to date, but could still basically remake it 1-to-1, but just the fact that it's being made now means you could make it to a far greater degree. So there are there's lots of sci-fi movies and stuff which just because you can't really do CGI back in the day very well, if you did them now, you could make them look great. I think those kind of things work.
But it's interesting how like back in the day, like practical effects were just like, even if it was a little cheesy, it was still so much better than some of the CG that we get today.
Oh, practical effects always. There was, oh my gosh, I can't remember the movie that it was one of mine and Vera's first episodes that we reviewed. It was Fright Night. Was it Fright Night? I think it was, where they used practical effects and it looked real and it was really creepy, like transforming into a werewolf or someone dying and just like acid dying, like because it was supernatural stuff. But it looked so cool, and it's like I know that took a lot of time, but I always respect when movies do practical effects over CGI because it is tougher, but make it look better. Especially now, we should be able to do practical effects like perfect now.
But the problem with practical effects is you have to plan ahead, camera angles, whatever tools you need. Like Back to the Future, I remember when I did that watch and just some of the things that they had done, I was like, oh my God, that looks like really good CG, except it's practical effects and it looks real and it, ages really well. Whereas if you're going to watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, you're going to watch that and be like, ooh, what the heck were they thinking?
Some of
with
it
this?
looks so funny. Like I know that in The Punisher, like this was such a small scene, but it was so funny to me that there was just that split second where Frank just looked like PS2 graphics. It was like it came out of nowhere. And then they explained that off saying that John Barenthal like originally it started with him and then it was his stunt double that landed, but we're like, I don't know about that. And because like the whole body looks like it's like, oh, it's just the face.
Everything looks CGI.
Everything looks CGI. So it's like, it's fine. Hey, it was a fail. It was one little 3-second scene, but I thought it looked so funny.
Like Snapchat is so good that, you've done like the face. It identifies your face and changes it. You could have even used an Apple camera and did that, and it would have been better than what they did.
Probably, actually. Yeah. Well, speaking of faces, thanks for this, Disparu. He always puts the random stuff in the chat.
Oh my
John
God.
Travolta looks unrecognizable at the Cannes Film Festival with wild new look. I mean, I think he looks like John Travolta just aged with a lot of
he looks like a French Bond villain.
The weirdest facial hair.
Like it's kind of half artist, half Frenchman, half Bond villain. I know that's 3 halves, but look, I mean, I don't.
We need to go back to school.
No, like, he's just overflowing with different identities.
He looks like he looks like he's channeling. Oh my gosh, what's his name from the Truman Show? It was Ed. What's his last name? He was in the guy behind all of it in the Truman Show, like, because that's like the hat that he wore.
Oh, I know the guy. Yeah, that was done the meme. Yeah, all the new one is like, now send in Helen of Troy.
Ed Harris. Why? Yeah, thank you, Ed Harris.
His chin strap with the mustache that doesn't touch his chin strap and the little, I don't know what these are called, the little island.
The soul patch, I believe it's called.
Soul patch. What? It makes him look more. Well, French.
I think he's trying to look arty and French. I think that's actually what he's going for. Because this is his
There you go. See? It's like the same vibe. It's just the hat, really. But
this is his directing debut at the Cannes Film Festival. So I think he's trying to go for like the pretentious artist.
It's working then, John. It's working.
Because he could be in an art gallery looking like that. And he's like, no, actually, I only drink the best wine.
I'm kind of surprised that this is his director debut because he's been around for so long.
He's so old. Yeah. Like, how on earth has he not? This is a guy which has a runway in his house. Like, he can take off his jets from his own house. And yet, he's never directed a movie before.
Maybe he just was waiting for the right project. His beard, now that I look at it, I think it's fake. Like he just taped it on.
I'd laugh if it was glued on.
It looks like a glued on beard.
Bravo, if he's trolling, that would be funny. If he does that, then yeah, he gets a
parody real life.
Yeah. Probably not though, because I mean he's in Scientology and stuff, and they're a little.
Oh, he's a Scientologist.
What a horrible name!
Yeah.
So the name of his movie is Propeller One-Way Night Coach. That's like ChatGPT randomly generated words.
I'm not gonna ever remember that. Propeller what? Night Coach?
Oh, okay. So this is legitimately the first review that came up. It's from the BBC. John Travolta's new film is a dud. It's why great actors can be bad directors.
Okay, what is that mustache? That looks somehow worse than the other one.
There's some de-aging going on here as well.
Oh, good. That text is so small.
One critic dubbed it a disaster. Established actors often seen at prestigious festivals, rarely seen ever again. Unique and personal. Yeah, this is like saying you've got an interesting face. It's not a compliment.
You've got a face for radio.
Well, it's like when your friends say, "Oh, is your friend cute?"
And a
Oh,
voice for print.
they've got a great personality.
She's really funny.
Really funny.
Oh no!
See, a lot of this seems to be about the festival
Oh,
rather
look
than
at
the
this.
actual thing.
He produced Battlefield Earth. Well,
I never watched.
Oh,
that.
I've seen Battlefield. Yeah, that is
it's
a
been a long time.
disaster
That
of
was
a
a bad
movie.
movie. Well, he doesn't
I
have
have a
good track
theory
record
about
for
films
that
by
sort of thing.
actors. They're always intimate, unique, personal, and full of ideas. Well, maybe, but is that just a tactful way of saying they aren't any good?
Oh no! Travolta asked Pedro Pascal for mustache growing tips.
Oh my god.
Well, I said it yesterday, but I do think after we saw Pedro Pascal kiss
Colbert.
Oh my god,
Colbert,
that was so.
I kept Camembert kept appearing in my head. I do think he's going to be in Lord of the Rings now. I think that's inevitable. That
Yeah,
he will get him into that movie.
Yeah, probably.
That was his payment.
Well, since we're still on about the festival, is it pronounced Canes or Cans? I know people
Cans.
have said it is Cans. Okay, because people used to think Canes, right?
Wait.
What?
Is this something I shared? Because she has a
Yeah.
very dodgy dress in one of the things.
I'm not going to click on it. I'm just going to keep it like this.
Yeah,
Unless you think I
I was going to
should.
say, you can't search her at the moment because she is wearing a completely sheer outfit.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
no,
the thing
I won't.
is-
I'll
A
just keep
chat
this up.
proceeds to search.
No, because it's
Maybe.
Kristen Stewart, you're all like, I never wanted to see that.
I was gonna say, they're
Put
probably
it-
like, I don't care.
Please put it away, look.
Put it away. Well,
Because you
Kristen
do
Stewart,
see everything.
Oh god.
This is her take on Hollywood studios having less of a presence at the festival this year. It's okay because guess what happens when things break or die? It's good, I think, especially because I've been working since I was 9. I see a horizon that doesn't resemble anything that I've seen before. It's so new because our industry is so utterly devastated. And so I think actually there's so much hope in that. We just have to grab it.
Oh.
I thought this was funny because she is essentially saying, look, Hollywood is dead, and I like that. This has come as part of an interview she's done, or several interviews Variety's reported on, where she keeps talking about how she's not getting much in the industry. She doesn't want to make movies anyway. What she wants to make is weird movies. And she wants to put them on YouTube because trying to get people to give you $1 million to make a movie is almost impossible. So she just wants to make them now, and she wants to make weird stuff just for her to put on YouTube. She's actually a rebel, not a failure. And everything she says reeked of like bitterness and jealousy, and you're not rejecting me, I'm rejecting you. I'm just too artistic for you to actually understand.
She
Yeah.
sounds like she's trying to be like Robert Pattinson, but failing at it.
Because
Yeah,
there are
I mean-
loads of comments that she came out with. I don't know whether I shared them all or
I don't
just
know if
that
you
one.
did. I don't know. You might
I
have.
don't know.
There
But
was a lot
Robert
in there.
Pattinson, who she actually dated during their time on
She
Twilight.
cheated on him with the
She-
director for
yes.
Snow White, right?
Yes. Robert is so rich. He doesn't need to do like these big roles, so he chooses like very different, interesting roles, or like things like Batman. But he doesn't need to act, but he just does it because he enjoys it.
Yeah. I love when
Kristen,
it gets
not so much. I feel like she has to.
when it gets brought up. Like I wish I could find the interview, but it probably would take a minute. There's probably multiple, to be honest, but where they talk about like him and Twilight, and he just like starts like he wants to laugh, like he's like, yeah, like I did that. Like he's not proud of it, I don't think. Like I mean, it helped catapult his career, sure, but he's a better actor than that. Like I'm not into the Twilight movies. That's just not my thing. But he seems almost like, and there's even scenes, right? I forgot what scene this was where he laughs and they kept it in. I don't know if that was like the best take they got, where he says something serious. He's like, and he like turns his face like during filming. So I think he had a hard time taking that movie seriously, even when he was recording it.
So
Or filming
there's two quotes here from the article. They're all from the same interview, as far as I'm aware. But she says that she's so sick of the studio system in Hollywood because it's not designed for artists to express themselves. You know, they're under the thumb of different priorities that don't align with real dream making. She means they need to make money. That's her entire problem with this. Her next comment is about that as well. I don't want to wax poetic. I don't want to wax poetically because I mean this so very literally. I just don't think that it's possible to create anything sort of radical, vital under capitalistic parameters. Basically, everything I create is a failure. No one wants to see it, and I'm really angry that people won't let me burn their money. Is
Another,
everything she
it's your
says.
fault, not mine, for everything.
Well, she's kind of proud of it now. Now she's like, I'm going to make them on YouTube so I can do what I really want because I'm a true artiste. She's like, all the plebs can't possibly understand my vision, let alone the capitalism.
It's like she's like a modern art, but like modern artist,
Mm-hmm.
but with acting.
You just don't understand my art.
Basically, she's just awful. And they know she's awful, that's why they won't give her any money. The audience knows she's awful, that's why they're not going to go to see it. And she's the only one that thinks she's talented. This is one of those things where you've made yourself deliberately ugly, deliberately untalented, deliberately making things that no one else can do. And rather than realizing that you need to improve and actually become, like, work on your talent, she's gone, I'm just above you all. You just can't possibly comprehend my genius. And she's like, they don't reject me in Hollywood, I reject them. So she says, are we gonna, like, wait for an effing golden ticket? I got a golden ticket. I can make one effing movie. We need to make more. There needs to be more work, more output, more connection, less fear, less effing bureaucracy. She means
here we go.
when people give you millions, maybe they want to check up on how you're spending it. But also, less making billionaires and more effing billionaires. So more losing billionaires' money. That's what that means. Stop making the
my
money,
mind
make
went
them
somewhere
lose
else.
money.
My mind went somewhere else. Like she wants relations.
Oh, I thought
with
she wanted to have
billionaires.
sex with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I would say that that's the only way she's going to possibly make millions to actually get a movie done. But no, there's half the people in Hollywood. She would actually have to look like she used to. There was a video I may have bookmarked of her throughout time. And there's 1 year where I don't know what happened to her in that year, but everything changes.
Oh,
it's weird.
when she cut her hair really short, I think that's
And she
when
like
it falls through her.
degenerates all of a sudden, and it's 1 year where it changes. But it's driving me insane. We spend so much money, we're like hemorrhaging money, making stuff in a system that honestly is not designed for us.
Oh
Which means
my
her.
god. It's like she's trying to be a social justice warrior, but at the same time rich. She sounds just like that girl with the dollar bill on her face.
Oh, what's her face? From American Horror Story. That was like
Yeah.
the big thing. I can't remember her name right now. I can't save brain space for some of these people.
I think all of this is she's just annoyed that other people get money. I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
You keep giving all of this money to other people and you won't give it to me. It's all self-interest. It's like, no, you don't understand. I'm the true artist in the room. Why are you giving money to that person?
Oh yes, Sarah Paulson.
It would
That's
be
right.
like me getting angry at Mr. Beast. It's like, why are you giving him all the subscriptions? You should give them to me.
I'm clearly
it's such a
superior.
strange attitude.
Look at my latest video.
You just don't understand my art.
I'm surprised she didn't go the Brie Larson route and started like working out and making videos that way on YouTube. To at
No,
least,
she
like,
is.
This Bruce anger is
She said
art,
she's going to make a
everybody.
movie for YouTube. That's her next
Oh,
thing.
Of course,
like
of
a
course.
full feature film movie.
Well, hey,
or
that's
what?
gonna be a good
she
video
said-
for Disparu. There you go. She's giving you art to make your art.
Oh my god!
She can't even make herself look
face,
attractive
look
in
at her.
clothes.
I
Like, that hurt.
I cannot wait for
Like-
you to do your reaction to her art.
She used to be an attractive woman, and she managed to ruin that. That's easy. Just keep your hair long and wear a dress. This isn't a high standard that you have to meet. And she managed to get that wrong, let alone a movie. If you
Well, you
can't
know-
even create your own face, how are you going to create a movie?
You know what happens when celebrities try to go over onto YouTube? It doesn't work.
It depends on what your content's going to end up being. I think there
I've just scrolled back past her dress that I can't share.
Snoop Dogg probably was like he should be streaming gaming. I think he would be so
Well,
funny.
something like that.
No, he used to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
but he
like
should have
that.
kept on not doing it.
Did you ever hear what happened to him? He got so stoned once that he just like passed out on stream, staggered off, and this stream was running for like 12 hours until
Yeah.
the next day Snoop Dogg stumbles in, like off
That's
his face
hilarious,
still.
actually.
Uh-oh, what's happening here? And he just like closes the stream.
He just hits the X.
Whoopsies.
There was like a load of people in the stream waiting for him to come back.
There were
and
probably
there was nothing
thousands
happening.
watching. That's pretty. Well,
Oh,
you
this
know.
is oh my god. This I
What?
don't know why this browser crashes. I have to refresh it. So this is Kristen Stewart through the years.
Oh God, I'm scared.
So it starts at 2005. I don't know if it's music.
Twilight.
2007,
Cute,
2008.
cute.
Should have had a hair down. There, I mean, we're kind
a
of doing
fan
the
of
side
that hair.
shave. Like, you keep your hair down.
That was the poof era.
That's
Where he
kind of
mixed-
like, I'm going to buy some groceries, not on a red carpet. But starts wearing dresses, gets even
Ooh,
more
okay.
feminine. Still
Uh-oh.
feminine, but kind of a
But
bit of
you
a
can
side
see- you
shave
can
going
see-
on.
You can see the change happening. Here it comes.
Oh, this is the
there
one.
you go.
This is where it starts to go downhill. Suddenly, we look like we might have just come out of prison.
Oh no.
And then now we're really going for it. Like, she's been in prison a few years. She's got a girlfriend. She's trying to be like the boss bitch of the prison now.
Oh
And-
God.
Oh boy.
Who
that
do you
was,
think
I
you
believe,
are, Eminem?
2016 to
Eminem.
2017. Feminem.
Feminem.
Eminem.
Will the real Feminem please stand up?
Macaulay Culkin, oh my gosh, Jeff.
That is hilarious.
And then I don't know what this is. That's kind of like Justin Bieber's got too drunk one night.
This is definitely a lesbian haircut.
Yep, and well, all of them go on from this. I mean, what is that? That is like Miley Cyrus on crack.
I thought she put a dog on her head or something.
It probably
Poodle.
would have looked better.
She got her haircut by a poodle dresser.
And then suddenly,
She's pretty.
I don't know what
again.
happened. How did we go from like 2021 to 2022?
Miley Cyrus had a thing like this too. Okay, she went all lesbian looking, and then all of a sudden became
Yeah, it's
feminine
like-
again.
Like ugly, 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 ugly Sydney Sweeney. It's so random.
It is.
I just found my femininity again.
And then we go back.
Oh,
That is all in
no.
3 years.
Wait, was this when she did the Joan Jett movie? I don't know when that came out.
Maybe.
I have no
whatever
idea.
it is. Let's see.
Because the thing is, sometimes I wonder with this is like back here. Did something happen to you in Hollywood? Did you have a
no.
bad experience with the director? And you
definitely.
essentially like, did you want to scare the men off? And then you're like, I'll try and be attractive again because I feel feminine. And quite often you'll find like women will kind of try and rediscover femininity if
Nope.
they've lost it, if they've become a bit
That-
masculine.
That was
and then-
2010. So nope.
But it could be it's like I'm gonna try be a woman again. Oh, I've had another bad experience in Hollywood. I'm gonna scare them off again.
What up, Joe Dirt? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god,
And
that
then-
is some Joe Dirt.
This is the Flash guy. I can't remember his name. The Mad Goose Wizard,
It's like she just
aka the Bengal Ghouls.
like what
Kind of-
Phil.
Like deliberately awful. Like I don't know who cuts this.
those bangs are awful.
That's like you've cut it yourself.
Maybe she did.
I hope she
She was like, I'm feeling
put
artistic.
fake hair on there.
And this is I'm trying to become a man at that
Oh
point.
my gosh, she does look like Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Ezra
bummer.
Miller, the Mad Goose Wizard.
That's really
Wow.
sad.
Yeah. I mean, I see the same thing happening with oh my gosh, Florence Pugh.
Yeah, sometimes there was a shot recently where
great.
she like
Horrible.
side
She was
profile.
shaved and
And it was like,
bull ring.
why don't we see this in movies? Because that's the real weird part. You have lots of actresses like that, and you never see them in the movie looking like that. It's like if you want to make money,
Yeah, make her look hot. Now I think John Travolta is actually embracing this look that he is just a French man.
He's like,
He's
"Oui,
modeled
oui."
another
Oui.
cookie beret at the Cannes Film Fest. I think actually in this picture the beard looks more real now.
Yeah.
oh, I thought it was
mean,
real, but
I didn't.
And that
I
one
thought
picture
it
looks a little bit
was
like a yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was filled in with mascara, though. Looking at it,
It's probably dyed. It's probably dyed or like
no,
yeah.
it's apparently a tip because I always remember there was this gay guy got given the
Oh.
suggestion. He's like, "Oh my god,
There's like powder.
this is
and
amazing."
mascara
He's like,
and
"Oh, thank you, darling, for telling me that." And he was like, literally, just get mascara and color yourself in.
Yeah, guys do it with like even their like hair up top. They can put like powders and sprays if you want to fill it in.
It's just because his mustache is so patchy. I imagine his beard would be as well.
yeah. You can't exactly put mascara on your mustache.
Well, I mean, it could just dye
You
him.
can, but it would fall into your mouth and be kind of gross.
Yeah. Let's get a couple supers. Nerf Herder, thank you for the 10. They should make a movie about elephantitis. Was it elephantitis? Did I say that
Yes.
right? Okay, call it The Expendables.
Ay.
Mikey, thank you for the 20. Rings of Power season 3 will premiere on November 11th, and The Chosen season 6 will premiere on November 15th, which covers Jesus' last hours on the earth. Both are prime shows. I think Chosen will attract more viewers. I think so too. People are really hyped for it. I am. It's going to be, I just finished the last season. It's very well done. Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. I remember Michael Caine making the point when they remade The Italian Job. He said, why don't they remake bad films instead of popular ones? Yeah. I mean, it's logical. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like we are just covered this. If it's like a really bad film and there was just like no hope for it, no one was interested, no. But ones that had promise and just they didn't have the budget, stuff like that. I don't know why they don't do that, because you could be more creative with it too. If it was something that people, that didn't do super well and you change it to make it better, it's not going to make people mad. I mean, it's going to make someone mad. Let's be real.
Well,
Everyone
no,
gets mad
I think
over something, but
I think it is literally that if it already failed, what's the point in remaking it? Because there's no built-in audience you're bringing over. So it would have to be something that failed in the box office but has an audience post-release. Because otherwise there's no reason to do it.
Where you could just get a higher budget and make it better. Something like that.
Yeah, because if it just failed and everyone thinks it's awful, you may as well just make an original movie and drop the baggage of the failure.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Marvel. Why don't you do that?
I don't think they know what they're doing.
They always think if they double down long enough, they'll break through on the other progressive march of history.
You will love us, sir.
Well, a movie that I'm actually interested in. This was kind of cool. The Backrooms did a pop-up experience in Burbank, California. I would have liked to go. I would go to something like this because I actually am interested in this movie. I hope it does well. I hope it's, because I like found footage stuff. I dived a bit deep into the backroom stuff, and it's something that you could just do whatever with. That would scare me.
That thing is creepy.
That would scare me. But yeah, this is
the pop-up looks so cool because it's like it's probably not that expensive for them to set this all up or just do it on the main set already, depending on security and whatnot.
Look at that. That's cool. It's like clipped in.
And I think it's free. It's like 3 or 4 days. So the tickets were all sold out too quickly.
Yeah. I like the Backrooms games were okay, but I like the YouTube videos. The YouTube videos on it more. Like, I don't know. I didn't play a lot of the Backroom games. Like, it was
the games were better in a group. Because like it's the reaction of other people around you. I'm still not sure how the movie's going to go. I did like the last trailer they did more than the one I saw previously because it tells you a bit more,
right?
Yeah, it tells you a bit more about it rather than just there's some rooms. It's like no, these rooms are like misremembering what they used to be and that kind of thing was a bit interesting.
Mm-hmm. I like that there was there's like a few of them. There's like one video where a girl's like recording on her phone, showing like that there's like this weird hole in her floor, and she's got like a measuring tape, and then it expands out of nowhere, and then she falls through and all this stuff, and that shows like that's what I mean. There's so many interesting ways you can go with the Backroom. So I hope, and because they have Kane Parsons on, and he did a lot of the YouTube videos, I have faith in it. And you know what? Before we completely move off that last topic, John Durham makes a good point. The Buffy movie was a flop, but the TV series was a major success. That's a perfect example of it. But that was also where Joss was not able to do exactly what he wanted to do in the movie. He didn't have as much creative control as he wanted to. And so with the show, he had more. Like, it's not that he didn't. It was just there was too many like head people in there, right? Like saying, well, no, we got to do this, we got to do that. So he didn't have full creative control like he did with the show.
Well, also, though, the movie was essentially a pilot. And that's what pilots are for. So now they'll do like a series, maybe 2. Like if they do a 2-season order, they make one, and then as that's being released, they're already written and made the second one. So there is no audience feedback for 2 seasons, which that's what we're going to have with Starfleet Academy. And so it just dies. Whereas if you make a pilot, well, now you can show the pilot. Maybe one of the things they used to do is they would kind of do a bit of a pseudo pilot, so they make a pilot and put it in another series, and it just as a normal episode, and people react to it, and that you learn from that, change things, recast people, and fix the show before you do the whole series.
And they it actually edits the show throughout. Like they might have an idea of what they want to do, but they'll wait for the ratings. Oh, who do people like? Who don't people like? Who should we have on screen more for whatever reason? And so the audience actually gets to choose based on their reactions, who gets more time. But it's like a mix between writing, the actors, and their,
This was something with like 22 episode series, because you'd have 22 episodes a year, 22 to 24. So 6 months of the year you're releasing TV, and then there's a 6 months off, and then you start again with another 6 months. A lot of the time, they hadn't finished the finale when it started showing. So yeah, they could change the editing, they could change things around, they could try and work through it. They'd have a bit of, they'd be getting feedback as they're writing the next season. It was just better. This 8-episode crap is worse than ever. It's even more expensive. So
It's more
because if you got-
expensive and less time on screen. It's
Yeah,
frustrating.
if you have 24 episodes, you do something like Stargate, where you base it around a central building, and that's one set that you use for 10 seasons or whatever. And you can do entire bottle episodes inside sets you already have. Whereas now you do 8 episodes. What are you going to do with sets? Well, you have to take them all down again, then you have to rebuild them later and stuff. Maybe you can change them around. Maybe because it's a new series, you think you have to freshen things up and you throw all the sets away. Everything about how they do TV now is just worse. I don't know how we got this way. It's like they think of themselves as movies, but they make them for TV. And TV should be separate.
I feel like the streaming was what caused it all, because we didn't get these longer episodes and different times, by the way, which also pisses me off because I like the classic, 22 minutes, 44 minutes, I guess maybe a full hour, whatever.
Well, it was a full hour
and a half.
with ads, so it'd be 44 minutes, but with all the ads, it goes up to an hour.
So it was always consistent, and they had like natural breaks for commercials. It made sense. So it was a lot more inventive. Whereas, like, when you watch a TV show, and I guess like the first one that I can think of that was during the streaming era was like Stranger Things. They came out like it was like a 8-hour movie, however many episodes they were. It was great. It was fun. And just like Hollywood, they jump on these trends. Oh, audience seem to like this. So let's keep moving away. Oh, and then now we are the people who are telling you what you should like. If you don't like this, you're bigots or whatever it is. And then we get to this time period where, oh, we can green light 10 seasons of Rings of Power. I think it was 8 actually. And 5. They're gonna love it.
Felt like that a lot.
It felt like it though, to be fair.
Yeah, it does feel like they released 24 episodes of an hour-long television.
Yeah, but you're right. They hop on trends instead of sticking to what was working for them and being
Learn
different. It's
wrong
like they're afraid of being different. But it's like, listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know why they don't stick by that.
Yeah,
Procedurals.
Grey's Anatomy's still on TV.
Procedurals are the television thing. All you have to do is, okay, it's another detective drama. We can't do that, but maybe we can come up with some kind of spin. Maybe Lucifer's in town. Maybe this guy, every time he dies, just is resurrected in the middle of a river, and he's got the power of Sherlock Holmes. And you come up with spins on it and twists, and you can do the same thing, and it lasts for season after season. Because everything is one episode, it's self-contained, it's all the same sets, it's really cheap. You're not doing CGI, so you can just write it out and bang them out as fast as possible. I don't know why they don't do it anymore. They are obviously the best way, the cheapest way, the most effective way of doing all this kind of stuff. And even now, you remember when Netflix put Suits on and it just dominated the charts for like 6 months? And it was always at the top. Oh,
Yep.
it's...
A lot
do
of
think
old shows are like that, though.
It's like money destroyed television, because movie people just don't have much talent. They just don't. They spend a load of money, they waste it all. They have an idea that can barely last 90 minutes. This is why a 2-hour movie sucks, because the people making them can't keep an idea going for long 90 minutes. So of course they can't keep it going for 8 hours. That's way beyond them. And so they brought all of their movie making stuff to television and forgot no one knows how to make television anymore.
And it really, really shows with like something like The Boys, where, you know, the overarching plot, which is the same plot as the previous season.
Kill Homelander seems to be the only thread throughout this entire season.
Yeah. And then
I'm like,
okay,
That's
this
boring.
episode's gonna be about finding the V. Oh wait, we're gonna lose the V. Oh, we're gonna test the V.
So that's still what's going on.
Well, they didn't need the V, right? Because they had a virus that would just kill soups. The only soups it wouldn't kill are those that had V1. But Homelander didn't have V1, so if they just released it, he'd be dead, and the series would have finished in like episode 3. So they said, well, we'll test it first to make sure it works. So they tested it, and then they still didn't release it. And they had to arbitrarily remove the virus because they realized that actually this would destroy our entire series plot. And it's just... what happened, all your movie people have always been arrogant and egotistical. They always thought they were the best medium, when actually they were way beneath television. Television has always been the premium format. That's why you can make something for 24 episodes over 7 series, rather than 3 movies in a decade. But because they thought they were the premium, they brought all their stuff over, and they don't know how to make television. They don't realize that a television episode has to be self-contained, on its own, story completely finished and satisfying that week, and then you move on. Every episode of The Boys, I don't know what the point of that episode was. You don't do a story, you don't do it. It doesn't carry on anywhere. You'll finish them next to the bad guy who wants to kill them all, and next episode they're teleported to safety. Nothing carries on or is wrapped up. Nothing satisfying.
There's no lesson or moral or whatnot.
What's supposed to happen? What are these characters supposed to learn? What they've gone through? There's a lot of talking and whining and feelings, but that doesn't seem to do anything.
Lots of feelings.
We started series 1. I want to kill Homelander. This time, I want to kill Homelander. What was the other 5 series for?
Did we go through that already? What? And like Homelander is probably the most like the guy that has the most arc in the show.
Yeah, probably the only one that's
he's the
still
best
kinda
character.
interesting. Yeah.
But even they have made him so gross with his like breast milk and whatnot.
I don't think that's gross. All this stuff, they keep banging on about that, and it's like, oh my god, this guy really likes breasts. It's like, oh, sorry, is that the biggest thing
like,
you've got
breast
for him?
Milk. It's like, okay, I like, is there another trope that you want to give him at this rate? Like, it's just overly done, maybe. And Kamiko, she needs to just shut up. She was so much better not talking. This episode that passed was probably my favorite with her in it because she didn't actually talk much. And then on top of that, if she did talk, it wasn't like she was a Gen Zer TikTok and talking all this crap. Blah, 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 blah. She actually sounded like a real human.
Well, the best part about her was seeing her reaction to her boyfriend dying. It was like, oh yeah, so you're not just an arse to him all the time.
You actually care.
Yeah, you're actually being manhandled by someone else who's like, no, I know you're going to scream, you're going to mess us up, we're all going to die. There is no choice for us. Rather than just having this miserable expression on your face about how you're going to attack everyone. It's just really like Homelander is the best character, and they still want to humiliate him. And I've kind of refined what I thought was going to happen in the finale. So I said in F&T yesterday, I think because of the Trump allegory, he's going to get his powers stripped, then he's going to get impeached and put in prison, and you're going to like zoom out of him in prison with all the prisoners coming around him, and he's just going to
on a black couch.
Well, because yeah, essentially that's the attitude it's going to be. Because it's going to be like, no, the worst thing for you is he might even still be immortal. He might be an immortal human, but in prison forever. And that's going to be like their wet dream. But I think they're going to get the, what's his name? Soldier Boy. I think he's going to try and blast him himself. It's going to fail. So he gets battered, loses to Homelander, and he's holding him. And then the woman's going to come in with her new powers that she's gotten from all the radiation, and she's going to blast him because women do get things done. And that's what's going to strip him of his powers.
I wouldn't be surprised. Killjoy, thank you for the 10. My 2 favorite shows ever, Buffy and iZombie, use the weekly procedural with an overarching season plot, strong women that made sense for them being powerful, and it was awesome. Yeah, I never finished iZombie, not because I don't remember what happened. I have to finish that. But yeah, you're
I don't
right.
know whether I finished it. I saw a lot of it.
They had like, a big thing Buffy had was like Monster of the Week. But again, yes, there was an overarching plot, but they kept, and they don't really do that anywhere. And it made it does make sense that they were strong because Buffy had like superpowers, and so did oh my gosh, what was her name in iZombie? I forgot. I
don't know what her name was, but it is the classic thing of it was a typical detective show, but with the twist of every time she ate brains, she took on the personality of the person she ate.
That was interesting.
And so she was essentially a different person every single week, and it would allow you to be like lead her into really stupid or strange, unusual, funny situations.
Or help her solve things.
Oh, well, it would normally do both. It would normally be like, okay, that she gets memories of this woman that's done something, but she's also strangely attracted to this man that she really shouldn't be. And so there's like drama involved and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drama, the funniest part of this whole thing was Stephanie's comment, but let's look at the tweet first. Like the actual tweet.
Oh my God.
This was also explored in a book called Black Athena. I think people should read it, which argues classical Greek culture is heavily indebted to Afro-Asiatic and Near Eastern roots. I actually Greek mythology to 8th graders. And
so, so she's smart.
I do like Greek
old
mythology,
are 8th graders? How old are 8th graders? Are they like
14?
So, so she has the brain capacity equal or slightly greater than a 13-year-old.
So she's basically wrapping it up. She says, if you think Helen Troy cannot be black, you don't know history." And this was really funny.
This is her comment. Her comment is literally, "I know what they told you in school. Helen of Troy was black." And I was like,
but all I can say is, does that mean the Greek people have an N-word pass?
well, they are black, apparently.
Yeah.
According to her. I mean, so was Cleopatra, according to them as well.
That's
Or
the
not
case.
her, whatever.
You in Greece, go ahead. You're apparently.
I just like
this history if you want, guys. If you really think hard enough and you get some kind of platform like The View, you can change history.
I just like that to her, like books, knowledge, academia, authors, they are so beyond her comprehension as a person that she thinks they're like magic. Well, it's in a book. It must be someone wrote it down. I can't make this book. This is beyond me. This is like ancient tombs of the lost times. It's got to be true. Someone can't possibly have lied in a book. I don't even know this paper. How do you make paper? That's weird. And so this is all just basically a really, really stupid person talking way beyond her comprehension. And it's like, okay, so I lied to your children. Oh, great. That's a great admission.
You're just proving that public school is not what it used to be.
Well, and people are just not as smart as they used to be because they'll just believe anything. And like when it comes to history, and people have changed history based on kings, pharaohs, whoever's there gets to write it. And it almost feels like she's treating it like that. Oh, well, if you say something, you're against the majority. So you best take it.
I think it is literally that she's in a country surrounded by the culture she has nothing to do with, cities she never built, ancient heritage that she's completely unmoored from. And so she looks back at her own continent and she's like, well, they were just in mud huts. Actually, we must have done something important. It is literally she's trying to feel like she had something to do with the creation of her own nation and their morals and values, the development of legal texts and everything, which then went on to England, which then went on to America. It's like, no, there's actually nothing to do with you. You just live in a place as a squatter with something which you are completely unmoored from. But it's a very American attitude, this very specific, because if you notice, this isn't like Latvians. It's not Thai people. You don't find Romanians coming along and being inserted into all of history. It's always Africans. That's a very specific American thing. It's like a privileged class in America. We've got to make these people feel like they're part of the culture. It's so strange from an external perspective. I don't know why. I couldn't explain why, because I'm not American. It's just very odd.
I can't explain either.
Hollywood picks that group. And in fact, that's now been exported to like the BBC. They also share that group, which is very strange because we're like 3% of the population or something.
I think it's because humans in general want to be nice and let people feel acknowledged. And it almost got to the point that they were so loud that we were over acknowledging them. And now we're here.
But it's just got nothing to do with you.
It never does, but you want to be a nice person. So, oh, yeah. You're right. Oh,
You're a condescending person. It's like, it's condescending. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'll include you in my history. It's very strange, actually, because as many people said, you could tell African stories, but you don't. She was like, no, look, I know you. I'll let you pretend you were important at some point in history. It's such a bizarre attitude just to that kind of specific group. And I don't think it achieves anything. There is some kind of reason. And I think a lot of it is just virtue signaling to other people. It's just strange how that very specifically appeared in Hollywood, and for no other group, because there's loads. You could choose like Mexicans or all the range of South Americans which are now in America. That would be way more like make way more of a point way closer to America. But instead, no, Latinos and everything. We don't care about those. We're not going to put Latinos all over the Odyssey. We're not going to say a Latino is the sexiest woman on Earth.
I think and I don't know if this is true, at least with like America, because they had slaves, but they also had slaves of other different cultures.
Oh, you think it's a guilt thing?
Maybe. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. There is a whole month about it, but I believe there are actually other slaves of other cultures that have existed in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a history major. Why don't
Basically,
they have
every
a
culture
history
has
month?
had slaves taken from them and stuff. Yeah,
Right?
Slavery means nothing to me because it's like it's just used as a grift. But there was.
Did it start there? Because there also are the natives that were originally here. So there's also that. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, speaking of guilt, I feel so
Let's
sorry
go.
for poor Billie Eilish. I'm just kidding.
No,
but
I
to
don't.
be honest, I didn't even know this was happening. So apparently, Billie Eilish had she did like what Taylor Swift did, where she had a concert in cinemas. So it was cinematically slapped hard, not soft. Her concert film is estimated to fall off nearly negative 90% in its second weekend. That is
Negative
embarrassing.
90%.
Woo!
No, okay. Who do you think you are, by the way, Billie Eilish? You do have a cult following, but I don't think your fans are as crazy as the Swifties, as the BTS, as Blackpink, as didn't Beyonce do a concert film at one point too? But hers didn't do well.
Yeah, but all of those have something more though. So like if you take not Taylor, what is it? Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter is a strange, like almost unique situation where loads of women are like, oh my god, she's so hot, she's so attractive, she strips off all of her clothes, and she is not erotic to a man in the least. So everything she does is like weirdly not sexual, even though she's not wearing anything. It's very bizarre, and someone has described it as like the gay man's version of what he thinks an attractive woman would be, or like a sensual woman would be.
Well, because she goes so hard, like negative towards guys, but then at the same time, she's like, I'll like.
No, it's not.
She's kind of trampy too, right? Like she does stuff making fun of guys, but then at the same time, her one cover was like her on her knees in front of a guy. It's like, it's very odd.
It's not that she hates men, because even she's not saying that during a performance, but even her performance is like it's clearly made for what a woman's idea of like attractiveness is, rather than what the men want in the show. But all the women that could do this kind of thing, they give very visual performances, and they tend to strip off and show themselves off in a more kind of way that women get behind. Billie Eilish has always praised herself on, I'm an ugly dog, I wear baggy clothes, I'm deliberately not attractive. She hides, like she had got some of the biggest knockers in town. Like you should really see those cannons.
Well.
But
didn't she post a picture that went like viral because she had like a tank top on?
Because everyone's amazed she's got anything, right? Because nobody knew because of the clothes she wears. So that doesn't lend themselves to a movie performance where it's a visual medium. And so they may like her music. No one wants to look at her though. And so I can see why you wouldn't want to go to the cinema to see a performance of it.
Yeah, I couldn't either. And not that this matters, because like people that are into Michael Jackson's music aren't maybe there's some overlap, some people that are into both, but that movie is still dominating in cinemas right now. So it's like if someone's gonna go and they want to listen to actual real music and good music, they're gonna go see the Michael movie. So it's like she picked a bad time, I think, to do it. But you're right, like she doesn't have as much of like a cult following as like Taylor Swift or Beyonce or any of them.
She's
so
not entertaining either. I don't like.
Look at the GIF. She looks like a miserable cow. Like even in the tweet. Yeah. You've got to be happy if you want to make a movie about you. It's got to be entertainment.
Ian.
Wow.
That would get more people into the cinema. That's not bad advice.
Well, Ian should be her manager.
She actually wears like the weirdest things sometimes. So like she'll cover herself up, but then she'll wear like thongs out of nowhere.
Oh, good, because I was going to pull this up. Thank you.
To the previous comment about the reason why certain people may be privileged classes or raised up into positions they don't deserve and haven't earned, this is about, do you feel guilty about Germany's past? And this is just the typical woke white woman response.
I feel the guilt. I understand that question much better than the one you asked before. Yes, I feel the guilt every day. And also, I never get bored of it, to feel the guilt, because it's necessary in order to act right.
Which is astonishing to me. If at any second I don't feel guilty, I'm just going to turn evil. It's like, wait, what? I don't think you should be allowed into civil society, woman. You seem like a lunatic.
It does. Like, that is such an odd thing to say. Like, I don't get bored of feeling guilty.
No.
Like, what? Oh, okay.
This is the equivalent of like the really religious
mongoose.
not extremist is the wrong word, but the really like radical religious people that would like smack themselves on the back until they were sort of bleeding. It would all be about punishment and no, I've got to do this because I'm a horrible evil sinner. That's what this is. It is the way of I am more virtuous than you because I feel worse than you. And if she had an outlet like Hollywood did, if there was a way for her to stop feeling, she'd be like, no, just take all my positions, just take everything, because it's my duty to atone for the sin that I've been told I should have since birth, despite the fact that I wasn't even born then. And so I do think this has been used against a lot of people. And it was like, I can't remember what the comment was. I think it was about a British MP, and there was this guy who posted it, and he completely lost his mind. But he went, and you know what the worst thing is? He doesn't even care when you call him a racist. And this guy just lost his mind, right? It's like, I can't even believe my magic spells don't work on this man. And that's their entire worldview. It is literally, there are certain things that you should feel awful for. That's our power over you, and we don't want you stepping outside that box. And so for her, that's their way of like signaling loyalty to the tribe.
That's why when I said the thing earlier about how people just want to be nice people, so they want to take the path of least resistance. So apologizing, being like, I need to learn to be better, do better, all of this, like, you know, those little words. This is why a lot of people rolled over, because people just in general want to be nicer to people because they're like, oh, this is the right thing to do. You know, they felt this way. Let's, you know, get them to a better place.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it ended up here. It's only one part of it. It's not the whole part of it.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about weird women, we'll stay on that topic because there's no.
I could talk about that all week. I could talk about that until next stream.
I was going to read it, but let's just let her say it. Yeah.
I've seen incremental change. I mean, I have definitely seen change. I mean, I can remember being on a set not too long ago where the only women on the set were me and the third AC.
Based.
And it was when Hillary Clinton lost the election, and we were both devastated. And I said, "Look around the room.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, it's here." I mean, that was what was shocking, and it was shocking to her too. And she was, you know, I think she was 24 or something.
Can you boost it?
I definitely.
No, it's all the way up. I don't know.
In which case, I'd go off the quote because I think it's above it anyway.
Okay,
because I can't hear anything. Sorry.
So she's like, so I've certainly seen more gender representation in crews. It was unusual when I was coming up to see women on a crew. There's more female directors and writers now. Well, that's why Hollywood sucks now, apparently.
Yeah, it's because if you start from the top, she says, I can remember I can remember being on a set not long ago where the only women were me and the third AC. But after Hillary lost the election, then they started to hire more people. Then there was greater gender representation. It was unusual coming on and to see a woman on the crew. Now there's more directors and writers. I was like, I don't think you even realize what you've just said. It was back in the golden age of entertainment when everything was good and we were printing money. Men made it. But now everything's awful. Women are everywhere. And the thing is, it's true. That changes the dynamic on the set. It changes the risks that people can do. It makes it more risk averse than the male testosterone filled. I'm going to impress everyone because I want women, and therefore I will take big swings for bigger rewards as a different dynamic. Changes the morality of the stories because the men and women have different moralities. They have different standards for morality as it is. Everything changes, all the dynamic, even in workplace environments like offices, it can change the dynamic of an office. And she's like, no, it's good though, because I get more work. The more women are on set, the more chance I have a job. So to her, it's great. And she probably likes being surrounded by women and working with women. It's like, but is that good for entertainment?
It's not. It's like she's talking about, like you said, the golden age. She's talking about, like, you know, back when movies were really good, there was hardly any women on the set. Now there's a bunch, and well,
but she's not putting the two pieces together.
No, because they don't see it that way because they're, you know, a little bit disconnected, right? And they don't want to admit that they're putting out trash, and they don't care what audiences think.
It's not that they don't want to admit. They believe, and I truly think they believe what they're putting out is good, and they don't care how much money it brings in.
Yeah,
it's amazing. The audience will come
you're probably
eventually.
right. Yeah, like that's what I said. That's why they attack the audience now. It's like, wow, we're putting out gold here. You're the problem for not liking it. You like what we put out. Like, you're supposed to.
And this is where, like, people like Maggie Gyllenhaal, where there's like, we should give more money to women so that they can direct. What did your movie do? Like, it's not actually doing a good job. Like, if like say the director of Penguin, I believe was a female, I forgot her name, said that. Not that I'm saying she should. Directors, regardless of gender, as long as you're good, you're making money, right? I would maybe believe her a little more than Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, because what she did was actually good. Yeah.
But if you can share what I've shared, this is another comment that she's made from the same article. And actually, a lot of what she says all backs up that she has no comprehension of what she's even saying. So she's like, things are so rough globally. She's just not interested in movies with explosions or guns. I don't like seeing people murdered and hurt. I don't like explosions and guns. I don't like histrionics. I don't like things that raise the stakes. What bothers me, because that's just like noise. I don't know how to play it. I don't want to watch it. It's like, yes, movies aren't made for you. This isn't your medium. This isn't something you're supposed to be in. You shouldn't be in the creative process because you don't like the things which actually the audience likes. And the audience for movies is the majority men. But you do obviously want to split between male and female entertainment.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have explosions and guns in Devil Wear Prada, but you should also have explosions and guns in the male entertainment. But she's like, I don't like that. And her attitude isn't, there's a separate place for both of these things and we can make both of these forms of entertainment separately. Hers is, I don't want to be in that. Why are you making that? I don't understand that, so it shouldn't be made.
Two things can coexist. And like, if you can't raise any stakes in a female or male like centric movie, what kind of movie do you have then?
Well, this bit is because she does say raise the stakes without real feeling underneath. And it's the feeling which is the key, because she means, well, they don't talk about the emotions all the time. It's like, no, you can't comprehend male entertainment because it's not made for you.
You don't need to. Like something as simple as pragmata, you know, that idea of like caring for another being. It doesn't have to be necessarily a child, and activating that father instinct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. And by the way, it was Craig Zobel.
For what?
That directed the Penguin series. So it was a guy.
It was a guy. Oh, wasn't it?
Did the woman write it then? I know a woman.
It was a writer then. It was a writer. My bad.
Okay. Well, still, yeah, it's still the same.
I just remember
it was definitely a woman that made it, because I consider the writer to be the most important part. Directors, you point a camera at things, but it's the writer that makes the actual content.
Thank you. Lauren LaFranc, writer. Mm-hmm. I'll remember it one day.
It's okay. That's what we have Google for. So we don't have to remember things. Yeah, so I guess since this is out now, or gonna be, no, it comes out next week, or Thursday. The Mandalorian.
No. The mango.
So The Mandalorian and Grogu gets divided first reactions, from a thrilling adventure to one of the weakest Star Wars movies and a snooze fest. That is a pretty strong title to take out of all the bad Star Wars movies that Disney has done. If it's one of the weakest, then that's embarrassing. Bad. I liked the first season. I wasn't obsessed. I was never obsessed with Mandalorian, but I liked the first season.
What about Grogu?
Season was fine. No, I never was. I was like, oh, cute little baby Yoda, but I was never like, I need it. I think I just wasn't into it that much. I know I'm the target audience. It's supposed to be females, and a lot of females like it. It's cute, but it's definitely gotten overplayed. And it's so crazy to me that they didn't know that Grogu was going to be as big as he was, whatever, for females and children, and they didn't have any merch ready. That was nuts to me.
That was them dropping the ball. But I think that, yet again, Hollywood learned the wrong lessons from the first season into the next ones, and just highlighting Grogu being stupid.
Well, I think that they completely misunderstood the reason why Grogu was liked. I think they're like, oh, women just like small babies. It's like, yeah, maybe that they definitely kind of provoke that instinct in women, but that instinct is supposed to grow up. And so it's supposed to evolve into, now it's an infant, now it's growing up, now I'm doing this, and they like mature along with it. So they don't just want a baby for 20 years or however long you got to try and drag this on with.
And wasn't Grogu old, like 100 years old or something like that?
He's 53.
By the time, okay, so, something like that. Like when he first came into the show, so I was like, you looking at it like it's a.
Well, infant, it could still technically be an infant if it's if like whatever species is like 1,000 years. So maybe
it makes no sense to have that long an infant period, even though if you are 1,000 though, because. He's kind of
die.
Yeah, why would you want to protect a useless thing and pour resources into it for 53 years? Doesn't make sense from like an evolutionary perspective.
Yeah, we have a few tabs for this, but yeah, one of the weakest Star Wars movies in the snooze fest.
I mean,
can't
I'm
say
not surprised,
but
it's also coming from a TV show, and the TV show has not been doing very well. I mean, like, of course, first season was very strong, but every season the
I didn't
audience
watch
has
3, so-
dropped, and it just I don't even remember what the last season
was it 3 or
about.
4? It's just 3, right? Because I watched
believe-
1 and 2, and then like I just kind of fell off from all the Star Wars
3.
shows.
There's 3, and then
3?
like
Okay.
even the other previous TV shows, like
I got
Ahsoka was-
blocked!
By
By
who?
who?
This is disgusting. I
Hold
was
on.
like, why is that tweet not showing for me?
Oh, you got blocked by Variety?
Pedro Pascal Daily have blocked me.
Oh,
Oh no! How are you gonna get
share
your
the link?
daily?
Or I guess you can also go. You can still see it. Never mind.
How
Well,
are you gonna
is
get
it-
your daily Pedro?
I went looking for a
did you
tweet and
say?
it was hidden.
What did
I
you
was like-
say?
Oh my god.
did you
Well,
say, like,
admittedly, like this
What
is
did you say or do, Dispy?
oh. I've been one of his biggest fans. I don't know why they blocked.
Oh,
I'm
you know
genuinely
what?
disappointed that they blocked me.
Now you'll never get Pedro to kiss you like he did Colbert.
Don't worry, you
I-
still
this
have
was-
Ian, though.
This
Ian will
was
lick your
probably the
forehead.
tweet that got me blocked.
What was it?
What did his boyfriend think of him fingering another 50-year-old man? Ooh. And it was where he was grabbing baby Grogu.
To be fair, it's not like it was incorrect.
Exactly. I can't believe they blocked me.
I can't believe you've done
I
this
would-
before
You have
Disney.
been
That would be like
blocked by
Tatiana
Daily.
Maslany blocking me. I'm one of their biggest fans. I've never been upset that someone's blocked me before. I am genuinely like, oh, that's a shame.
Guys, I think
Someone
you
get
should
this
make a
man
video
some
on
milk.
this. Disprove.
You should make a video, even if it's a short video. You got to be like, so my favorite Twitter page blocked me.
I am
The-
so
the-
heartbroken.
Oh,
The worst thing to ever happen to entertainment
Yeah,
has
right.
happened.
Who would have thought someone on that side of the fence didn't have a sense of
My
humor?
Twitter account is under attack.
Do it, and you got to have a picture of you with your arms in the air under attack as a thumbnail.
Just one single tear.
Yeah.
Yep. Hashtag free disprove. Yes, I agree.
Oh my goodness.
God.
We'll
I'm
make
gonna
a
have to
big
manually
stink.
scroll their page now.
Oh no. Okay, and then this one, Pedro Pascal says he wants to continue playing the Mandalorian as long as he's alive and audiences still want to see the character. Whatever my body can do and however long people want to experience these characters is how long I want it to last. Yeah, duh, you want to make
barely
money.
have to play the character because you just
It's an easy
voice act.
paycheck. Yeah, it's an easy paycheck. And they wouldn't even need him. I still don't understand why they had him take the helmet off because the Mandalorian aren't supposed to. We already know that they don't follow.
Well, in the trailer, they use it as a form of shame. So I guess I could maybe like, okay, whatever.
Well, no, in the show he did it just because he wanted Grogu to be able to touch his face and see who he
Yeah,
was.
that
and it
I don't
was a cute moment.
understand.
Yeah,
But
I remember that.
There were certain times that maybe story wise that made sense. Not a fan of it, but now that
Yeah.
you do it so willy nilly, it's like there's no stakes on that.
Yeah.
Well, especially Willie. But with my reaction to him with this, and I still think it's because he's like, I'm going to continue. You're not James Bond, mate. You're not breaking bones every time you do the role because you're having to do your own
Not John
stunts.
Wick.
Like, there's a different guy in the suit, and you just say the voices. So I don't know what to say. As long as I'm alive and capable, I'll keep on. And I just said, considering he just voice acts, what on earth is he doing that could destroy his throat like that to make him stop?
Oh, he's
Actually,
taking a
don't answer
lightsaber
that.
a different way. Sorry, you said that too slow. Hey, we saw him with that light thing.
Ian petitioned for the face reveal scene. Now Rachel's jumping on the Ian.
Look, all I want is at the end of
troll train.
all I want at the end of Mandalorian and Grogu, he just pulls his helmet off as like he's just saved the day. He's won the thing. The movie's ending. He pulls the helmet off, and he looks like that crocheted face. That's all I want.
Like
Oh,
a
that's
tea.
great reveal.
Yeah, he's just got like swollen eyes, teeth down here.
Yes, please.
It turns
Oh
out
my
as he's been getting
goodness.
shot in the face, it did save him, but his head's been smashing around
here we
inside
go.
the helmet.
Depressed.
Oh
Grogu.
I think it's so funny that people are like, "Oh, look at what's under there." Of course, he's a
Yeah,
robot.
He's animatronic, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
What-
thing. Well,
And a puppet probably too. I don't know, or maybe they just straight up just use this. But
No, it is
usually
a
that's how-
puppet because in some of the other, I think I included some videos of him on the red carpet where he's like moving around and you can see him being puppeteered. And in one of them, he does 6'7", and I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah, that's right here.
The moment you did 6'7", yeah.
no,
This is. Just stop it, please.
Stop it, please.
And there was another one of like maybe 30 seconds on the red carpet.
This
yeah,
one?
Him doing all the different things. I don't know whether I included a closer version, because there was one with a better camera angle, but I may not have put it in.
There it is.
Yeah, this is all the various different things. He's definitely being puppeteered, but it is funny. If you just remove the clothes, it's just wires.
Just wires. Oh goodness.
Why didn't he wear his outfit from the show? His little cute little plate armor on his chest that doesn't like hide all his organs.
I don't know.
I wonder how bad of a flop this movie is going to be because, like, I had high hopes at like 500-600 million. That was probably too high.
I have been saying for months and since the start, I think it's going to do the same as Brave New World, simply because it's got IP brand that people know, character nobody cares about, and I think it's that. But now the thing is, as it gets worse and worse, I have begun to think like, is it even recognizably Star Wars? So Captain America is recognizably Marvel. Everyone knows Captain America's still got that name in the title. But if you've not been watching Disney Plus, you don't even know if The Mandalorian is part of Star Wars. And I do think to like the majority of Star Wars fans, I'm not about like the dedicated fans, I'm about your normie majority of the audience. Yeah. To them, it's Jedi, Sith, lightsabers. And if it's not that, they don't care. And so do they really care about a guy with a blaster? Is that...
if they haven't watched the TV show, I would say no. But I think if they did the movie after season 2, it would have had a lot more goodwill towards it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I almost think that they should have just done a weekend exclusive where you could watch the movie in theaters and on a big screen and all this, and then have it come out on Disney Plus a week later or something like that.
Yeah.
I know people are like, yeah, The Mandalorian, it did really well in season 1. It was really liked in season 1. Yeah, but how much of a breakthrough did it have into just the wider general public? So, like, does your average person in the street know that it exists, let alone anything else?
Probably not. You're right.
Because those are the people you need to go to the cinema.
Like the Baby Grogu stuff, I think people are aware of that at the very least, or Baby Yoda, I should say, not Grogu.
Yeah.
Whether they would
like I say,
movie, hard to say.
With Baby Grogu, do even women care at this point? Because the guys never really cared.
It's out.
I'm not sure women keep a maternal instinct for a baby for multiple years. I think they expect it to mature and
the hype died down.
I think it would be cool to see him like develop skills and be able to fight with like a lightsaber or whatever it is, like, and use more of the Force, like.
I think even if they'd done a child, I think a child would have, because we saw with Pragmata, all the female streamers is like, oh, it's so cute, she made a drawing. I think that's always going to have like a stronger reaction than essentially a gremlin.
And like all the stuff that we've seen with him, it's very repetitive. Oh, he did something that was bad again. Ha ha ha. Oh my God, he's so dumb. He presses the wrong button after he was taught about a button.
Let's not forget that he wiped out an entire species in front of the mother.
Yeah,
he ate all of her eggs. And she was like, we are the last two beings of our species.
I remember that. That was season 1, right?
And he ate their babies. Yeah. And we're supposed to think, oh, it's so cute. He's just wiped out a species.
Hey, you know what? I remember in Futurama when they were talking about the last anchovies, and, you know, Fry seemed to really enjoy that last bite.
It was kind of insane that they thought they could get away with. No one thought. Well, actually, no. It's Hollywood, isn't it? They wouldn't consider it to be a life until it actually came out of the egg. So to them, they weren't eating a life form.
Yeah, but it's crazy. They should have just left it as like, we were escaping. These are the last of our babies, and maybe you could get a little stakes on that in that sense. But he's a little terror, that one.
He's evil. I don't know. You literally wiped out a species.
This proves like you can't convince me otherwise.
Well, wait,
No.
do you think? Can you imagine? Okay, if they all of a sudden was like Grogu has a turn to the dark side, and whoever
I would not
is
be
the
surprised.
That would be
Sith Lord,
amazing.
take him on as an apprentice.
That
Yeah,
would
if
be
Gro- if
interesting.
Grogu-
So they probably won't do that.
If Grogu turned into a Sith and the Mandalorian had to shoot him in the face, that would be amazing.
This proves like absolute cinema.
Yeah.
Make it
10 out of 10
happen.
from
You have like
me.
Luke Skywalker come back to behead him. It'd be amazing.
Oh man, yeah. I mean,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
but they're not gonna do it because that would actually be interesting. Just like when they
bring
didn't
Luke and
turn
Ahsoka
Ray.
back to kill Grogu because Mando couldn't do it.
Did this is a bit of a different topic, but it's just popped up
Go
in my
ahead.
feed.
And switch. We can change gears. Switch.
Well,
gears
it's
over.
only a quick thing. Cutie was
No.
opening monologue for SL UK. Millions of you watch me as Eric in Sex Education, and about 12 of you watch me in Doctor Who. Maybe that's why I wouldn't stop crying.
I think he might be feeling
Oh,
a little salty.
that's
Is
not
he
it.
climaxing?
There's another bit to it, but apparently the back button doesn't work properly.
Oh. Sometimes the back
Well,
button doesn't work. You gotta.
Apparently the back button didn't take me to what was back. I don't know. This guy he posted the other half of it, but oh, here it is. I had to go to his actual page. Yeah, the next half of it is even though I have since regenerated into Billy Piper, I don't understand it either. This is him crapping on his entire series. This is the same guy that went, if you think I can't be the Doctor, you need to go and touch grass. It's like, well, apparently 12 people watched you under your own words, so I think I was right.
But again,
I just can't stop winning.
It's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault. So, yeah. All right. Where was I gonna go here? Sorry, there's a couple things. Okay, this is since we were just. I know we don't usually hop back onto other topics, but this just dropped. I don't know who this is. Do either of you know who Tom Francis is? He's auditioned to play the new James Bond.
Let me search him.
It looks like he's auditioning to play Jamie Bond.
Yeah, he's.
I mean, he looks like
I don't know who that is.
Gen
Gen
I have
Z.
no idea.
mean,
who
that
he
could be
the thing is,
He's
I don't think
British.
there's anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with James Bond being an unknown British actor that's done barely anything. I don't think that's a problem.
That's fine.
Oh, also in other pictures, that's a really bad picture.
He's
So if
born 1999. He's a youngin.
if you Google him in other things, like this kind of works a bit more. You'd have to sort out his hair and stuff.
They do that a lot.
Like-
they pick like weird pictures, like when they were like fan casting and stuff.
I don't want to click the images tab without checking it.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Okay, so yeah, in some of his others, I can see it a bit more. So this one on the right, I would still change his hairstyle, but you're getting a bit more
You can
into like
see it a little more.
sophisticated.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I need to hear him
that
speak.
more than that, the weird curtain stuff and everything.
Thanks.
He's better than a lot of, well, we would call it curtains because it's like parts either side.
Okay.
He's better than a lot of the others. And look, British is better than anything else. Loads of people are like, why don't we have this American or this Australian or this
No.
person from South Africa?
But I thought we agreed Elliot Page was going to be the next Bond. What the heck? Is
Elliot Page, I still think Elliot Page should be Helen of Troy. It is the funniest result because it pisses off all the woke people. It was like, it's a woman, it's a man, not a woman. It pisses off anyone in the right wing because they're like, it's a woman, and they're probably putting like this man in there who's not very attractive, and it pisses off Elliot Page because I'm not a woman.
Whoever Elliot Page is, what's the person who gets you jobs?
Publicist,
The casting director,
is.
agent.
agent, yeah.
They're working very hard. Is all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Okay, I've seen more pictures of this guy,
found
and
Are you
Convinced?
changing your mind?
is it another Daniel Craig? This is looking extremely camp.
Oh no.
It's very, very camp. This gonna go. Might be going on a date with Daniel Craig.
He might be. I don't know.
I mean,
I
it's
was
like
at the Met
this is
Gala,
kind of like
so-
a gay or actor. It's like you really can't tell.
Oh my god. Gayer.
What was this? Hold on. I know this is kind of random that this is getting brought up after a while. Mickey 17, but Bong Joon-ho says, "Crap on me if you didn't like Mickey 17, not the studio.
It was awful.
Director's final cut was part of my contract, and everyone at the studio and at my agency tried their best to protect me. Of course, during post-production, there were lots of discussions and a lot of opinions going back and forth, but it wasn't ever like someone was forcing something on me or giving me pressure. And so luckily, all of my films have been released as my director's final cut, even a movie as big as Mickey 17. And all of the good parts of that film and all the bad parts of that film came from me. I take full responsibility, so crap on me if you didn't like it."
Yeah, it was awful.
Okay, so random. Like that.
No one has cared about that movie since 2 days after it released.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, I thought that it was
came 2 years too late, I guess.
Random comment. Yeah.
It was basically, it started with a good idea for about the first 5 minutes, and everything
Yeah.
after that went downhill. The moment they'd used up their gimmick, which was, oh, look at me die loads of times in strange situations, the rest of the movie was awful. You had Mark Ruffalo doing his Trump allegory for all of it.
Yeah.
And he could like lifting his lip to try and impersonate him and everything.
That was so cringy.
And everything about it was they were trying to do The Boys in space, and they kind of forgot what the movie was about. The thing is, I don't know the nationality of the director or anything. With a name like that, though, is he American? Is he like American national, or is it a foreign director that they had? Because
hard to know.
And the one thing is, it's like, yeah, okay, I wouldn't say good on him. Like he's taking credit, whatever. But the
South Korean filmmaker. So the thing is with that, look, it depends what the script is, right? If he had no input on the script, I don't think the director could save that script because I think the script was awful. I would always blame the scriptwriter more than the director because the director just points cameras at stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying the studio also still, like, go ahead and take blame, but the studio still saw it and allowed it to go out without making any changes because he's literally saying that it was just all him, and the studio could have stepped in at this point and been like, maybe.
Oh, he did Snowpiercer.
I never seen that one.
And Parasite.
Oh, okay.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking full credit, but again, like I said, the studio still allowed it.
So I would say he's actually Korean then, real Korean, because Parasite's like all in Korean. So.
Yeah, he's listed as South Korean filmmaker. There's no mention of American anything. Yeah, I don't think that a director with a bad script can't make a good movie because I can point the camera more artistically at people saying crap. You know, there's only so much you can work with a Trump allegory. You had Mark Ruffalo in your film. I can understand him wanting to take credit and be like, no, I want to protect all the people that worked underneath me. I'm still not sure he's responsible for it, though.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. The release date finally came out for Zelda. And it's going to be April 30th, 2027. I'm kind of excited for this because it looks good. Like we've
only seen that picture though.
So far, I was gonna say I don't know. The
picture
looks good.
The picture looks good. Yeah,
the casting's on point.
That's what I mean. Like the casting
in New Zealand, you know, it's gonna be beautiful just because it's in New Zealand. Their landscape's amazing.
Yeah. So what? I don't know which story they're gonna go with. How it's like gonna roll out. Hopefully once we start getting teaser trailers and trailers, then we understand a bit more because I want to hear Link go yep the entire time.
If they handle it well, like if they're taking any notes from these video game movies that are doing well, they'll add little Easter eggs and that are going to make fans happy like that.
Hopefully.
I think you can. One of the earliest signs of whether a movie is going to be good, or at least have the potential to be good, is if it's got a woman in it, is it attractive? I think it's that simple. And it's like, okay, so the casting is that everyone's happy with the casting. I think that's a good sign. It's Nintendo. They don't tend to put that stuff in their movies anyway. I am more concerned over time as they try and move more into Western audiences that they may start asking people in Hollywood and stuff, what do you think we should put in our movie? Because we're trying to become like you over there.
Consultants,
yeah. Because that is happening with anime. That is happening with gaming. They start to ask their foreign companies more and more.
Gotta hire the right people.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
from the very little we know about it, you know.
Yeah, and Shane, Zelda wasn't almost a dude. That was just weird fan casting. I don't think they were ever even considering Hunter Schafer because it is still like a Japanese company.
I think that was Hunter Schafer fans just
I
drilling
don't
up
think that
stuff.
This would be the best casting for Hunter.
Yeah, I don't think that Hunter was ever in the running.
It would have been the funniest world though, because a lot of people would be like, "But Zelda is a dude." What do you mean?
Some people think that don't know the game. Yeah,
it's the best troll. If you ever want fun, just go up to Zelda fans and talk about Zelda as a man, and they will instantly get pissed off.
The mild internet meltdown from her friends, or not her friends, her fans, or his whatever, Hunter's fans, was kind of funny. It's just like, oh, shut up.
What a missed opportunity.
No,
and they were showing
really.
like one picture with filters and one angle, and everyone else just showed the other
AI,
one.
Yeah. And then Metal Sonic.
Should have been The Rock.
He would have crushed
Look, if we're going to have a dude do it, just put The
yeah.
Rock in it. We could have The Rock in a dress. He thinks that's what the most masculine of men do.
He does like skirts. And then Metal Sonic will officially appear in Sonic 4. This is just another example. I wanted to pop over to this because this was a video game movie that did well. So I think I am cautiously optimistic, just like Shane said, over Zelda, because if they're paying attention to what's doing well, especially in video games, they're going to follow the same formula. Make the fans happy and you make money. It's really that simple. So
this is why when people come out about like Mario and stuff, like, well, it didn't have a story that appeals to me. It's like, well, no, but it pleased the fans. And
exactly.
It is a case of, I can understand in more a niche, Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 doesn't have a big enough fan base to make a movie over without getting in people that don't know anything about Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
So I could understand, you're like, well, okay, we're going to try and appeal to a wider people. Mario does. Minecraft does. Those are audiences which are so massive, you can just appeal to the core audience and that's it. Yeah, so it's like anything else where it's like, well, we need to expand it out to more demographics. You actually don't. And I do think that if you add things in, if the core audience is happy and they're making money and you're making money, I don't know why you have to change it anyway. It's like Jurassic Park. It still makes loads of money, and people are like, well, I don't like dinosaurs. It needs more plot. It's like, well, it's still making money.
Some people do. Yeah, people do like dinosaurs, though. Just because
exactly.
You don't,
And so,
doesn't mean anything.
As the money goes down, maybe you do change up the formula and try and get people back and everything. But I think it's like John Wick. If you add in a really complex story in John Wick, you will water it down for me, who just wants him to shoot people in the face. And
you
so
just want action.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not. Just as a kind of a, not specifically about Mario, but as a debate topic, I'm fine with whatever Mario's doing. As long as something's making money, I think it's fine. It doesn't need to change.
It would be kind of fun in, say, like the Nintendo world, if they had done their version of like Marvel's Avengers into finally doing a Smash Bros competition.
That would be fun, even if they made it like some kind of like short.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything
I mean?
crazy. Just like a 20-30 minute episode, who's the best fighter? I think it'd be fun.
Like if they did it, like, you know how movies used to do the shorts like that you would see before the film. I don't know if they did it in theaters. This was like at home videos, but that would still be interesting. Like, oh, buy it on Blu-ray and you get this short film added to it, this little 20-minute Super Smash Brothers short. That'd be interesting.
I think the thing with Smash Brothers, not knowing that much about it except like very surface, but basic surface level, isn't it loads of IPs that they don't own as well involved in that? So it could be like a rights nightmare to try and get them into a movie.
Yeah, that's true. And they could just do like the ones that they do have the rights to, though. You know what I mean? They don't have to have every character.
Yeah, just their own characters, or maybe anything they can easily license.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting. I would love to see that. And that would, listen, Nintendo, listen to what I'm telling you to do, okay? Because that will drive the Blu-ray sales up more as well. Or like people buying it on Prime or whatever, because they'll go see the movie and then you add this cute little short film on the next Mario movie and people are like, oh, I want to see that. So they're going to buy it.
Yeah, Nintendo, who I'm sure is listening to this stream.
Of course,
listen to
obviously.
And her consultancy fee will be extremely reasonable.
Listen, $20.
Guys, we're not Kristen Stewart here, okay? We don't need billions of dollars. We just need,
She comes from the business school of Mazza. $20.
$20, yeah.
Maybe throw in some flip-flops, okay?
Yes, some shoes.
Yeah, an extra girl will take cheese. Just get her some
Yes,
cheese
and wine.
cheese and wine. That's
Cheese
it.
and wine. How
This
very
brew-
French of you.
This brew just wants whiskey and
Get me a
milk. We're very
buffet.
easy.
Whiskey
We're very
and milk,
easy.
not in the same bottle, please.
God.
No. Oh no.
But will they
Yes.
do it? I don't know. I feel
I
like
think that'd be cool.
I'm okay with them just doing isolated worlds where we've got too much of like the Avengers. Let's merge. Oh, we have an MCU, we have a DCU. Oh, we're gonna have a John Wick universe, and then this universe. I'm like, okay, no.
Well, if you think of Marvel, though, they started with, we're going to make an Iron Man movie, and then we're going to make this movie, and then we're going to make this movie. It wasn't meant to be a universe. All the movies were separate, and then they went, let's combine them for a bit. And so, yeah, the problem seems to be when you go into it deliberately trying to create a universe, rather than just going, we're going to make a Superman movie, and a Batman movie, and a Wonder Woman movie, and then maybe combine them. It's so weird how people look back at what was created as a whole thing and think that was how it always was. Because if you think of what was it with the Thanos' story? No, that wasn't planned. They just put things in throughout all the other movies. Then we're like, how on earth can we tie this together? And so Thanos was Thanos was retroactively made to put all those things together, but it wasn't planned out as they did it. Everything was kind of done on the spur of the moment. And so, yeah, when other people look at that and try and imitate something that never existed in the first place, it was never done that way.
Yeah. What was random question? What was the last superhero or comic book movie that you genuinely liked? Like you liked the whole movie and it was great.
I mean, okay, Deadpool and Wolverine. I liked at the
Oh,
time,
I like that.
but
Yeah.
then, like
I like
that
that
I
one.
wouldn't say it's like it's the most long lasting. Like I love it still.
Yeah, I loved it when it first. I was excited when it first came out because like we needed something like that. But I would say No Way
Spider-Man?
Home was probably No Way Home was the last one that I really liked.
But
That I would watch again.
isolated solo, I would say like one of the Captain Americas.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
When did that come out? Let me see.
20 something.
For me, it's like, if you want something that I thought was like absolutely awesome, it would be
2014.
Infinity. You'd have to go to Infinity War. But
Infinity War.
I would be more than happy to answer with Deadpool and Wolverine because I did really enjoy that movie. And I know people will be like, well, it's got no replay potential. It's like, yeah, I never watched it again. I don't rewatch movies particularly much again.
Oh, my favorite
I
things
need
to
to watch things once.
rewatch are like up there, like Blades of Glory, even though it's not the best movie.
Oh my
know,
gosh,
but
I have not
love
watched
it.
that in so long.
Love it so much.
I tend to rewatch TV series more than movies.
Yeah, I do both. I disapprove's take on stuff too. Like when people are like, "What's my guilty pleasure movie?" I totally agree with Disprove, and I never say that anymore now because it's like it's not a guilty pleasure if you enjoy it. Because
I don't understand what that means.
I know, you're
you
right.
want to
It's
hide
like-
it. It's like, oh, that like food that you don't show people that you eat. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but no, you're right because like if you enjoy it, then it's not a guilty pleasure, and not everyone likes the same things. Like just like when people like in chat will be like, "I don't know why you like this. I hated this movie." It's like, well, because you're not me and I'm not you, and that's okay. So
Well,
like, it's a good
you're
point.
like, if I'm like, I like Broken Arrow, and like that film's trash. I'm like, yeah, and you're an arsehole, you know. So what? I don't know why I'm supposed to care what you think about the movie that I like. I like it. That's the way I think all movie reviews are. It's kind of like, look, I can't tell you whether you're going to like it. I can describe it to you. I can say whether I like it, and then if over time I say enough opinions about enough pieces of entertainment, you will work out whether you have similar tastes to me, and if you do, you'll probably like what I like in the future. And I think that's why game reviews died in like media form and YouTube took over, because you eventually get attracted to like a game reviewer that has a similar taste in games to you, and so you just go off that, and it's like they're a proxy for your opinion essentially. I love Broken Arrow, and then you go on the Rotten Tomatoes, and it was like this is like awful. It's got terrible reviews. It's a really cheesy action movie, but I like really cheesy action movies. I don't need things to be like. There's a lot of aura farming in it. It's like there's literally a scene where like it blows up a nuclear weapon,
Oh,
and
you
then
told me to watch this.
He's walking across over the top of a horizon with the sun behind him with heroic music, and it's just aura farming the hell out of it.
I had to write this down because you've told me a while ago to watch this, and I think I had the tab up, and then when I turned my computer off, I just forgot about it.
It's like a John Travolta movie. It is incredibly cheesy. It's like, will you please stop shooting at the thermonuclear weapon?
Yeah.
It's like the same. That line, Armageddon has a similar line. We're like, can you get off the nuclear bomb? He's like, I just wanted to feel the power between my legs.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me catch up on supers. Thank you guys. Z Jabroni, big time for 2. Give us a big bottom Latina Helen of Troy. Somehow I feel like people wouldn't
That would
complain about
work.
that one.
People would be very happy with that.
I think so. Gary
She needs to
Tom,
extend her throne just to fit in it.
you know, I feel like you think people would be mad if it was Sydney Sweeney. Hold on a second, Gary.
No.
Some people would, because you know what? People are saying now, I'm seeing all these videos. Listen, the new season of Euphoria is something else. Some of the stuff is very cringy.
The liberal
and-
people would hate her.
Oh
'cause-
yeah, because they're all saying that she's not acting. The reason why she's so good in this season is because she's just being herself. And it's like
The issue with Sydney Sweeney is that Helen of Troy is supposed to be the face that launched 1,000 ships, and Sydney Sweeney's strength is not her face.
No, it's not.
yeah.
And so I'm not sure it would
She's
fit
just
the
normal
role.
looking. She's not like drop dead. She's like girl next door, but she's got big boobies. So,
The thing is, attractive women are not in short supply. Hollywood just makes it seem like that because they keep like casting dogs everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
you can go, just walk around Eastern Europe in a city. You'll find go around Scandinavia and you will find a 10
find your Helen of
basically
Troy,
instantly.
yeah.
You will walk out of the airport into a 10. You'll walk past 10 on the way to the coffee shop. Probably one of them will be serving coffee in the coffee shop. Like, this is why you can tell it's all deliberate. We are not lacking for attractive women in the world.
They
Yeah.
deliberately choose some of the
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Or
Garrett,
talentless too.
a lot of that. A lot of that.
I just liked when I said she's a Thor and someone just went racist. Like, what do you hope to achieve with that? It's
Wait,
still
who'd you
not going to affect anything. It's
Oh.
not going to change her attractiveness. It's not going to give her plastic surgery, mate, and I can't help you.
Yeah. Agreed. Gary, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Disparu, as someone whose ancestors hail from the dark continent, I can say most Americans of my hue see no value in African culture outside of Egypt.
Well, yeah, but the Americans don't value Egyptian culture. They're very obsessed with like sub-Saharan Africans. Very odd. I don't really know why. It is odd actually. Because Africans wouldn't look at like Black American culture and see that as them either. That like Black American culture is very specifically an American creation in and of itself. I just find it weird, and I think because I could understand it otherwise if it was just in America stuff. The weirdest part for me is actually got exported to London, and now you have the BBC imitating Americans in England. So strange. Because if diversity in the UK would look different to a diversity in America, because if your entire argument is it needs to represent the country as it is today, will it be like Pakistani and Indian and that kind of thing? It wouldn't be Africans. It doesn't make any sense. I just find it odd, the racial groups that are chosen to be privileged over everyone else. Seems very strange to me.
Yeah.
White guilt.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
I'd just like to see some Latvians in a movie. You know, try it out for once, see what happens.
Killjoy, thank you for the 5. I think Me Too did more damage to entertainment than HRC's loss.
What's HRC?
Yeah, what's the HRC? Should I look it up? Hold on.
No idea.
No, I don't know. Because a lot of that is like we would have HMC, Her Majesty.
Human rights? Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, because there's HR, which would be human resources. I don't know what the C would be.
Oh, Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
What's
sorry,
the R
I'm
for?
not American.
Rodham, or something
if-
from her other
If
name.
you said
yeah.
HC, that would have made more sense than HRC.
Yeah. I saw someone in chat say there's no Latvians. I'm like, there's Latvia, isn't there?
No, but I mean, there's no Latvians in entertainment. There's like there's
In
loads,
entertainment.
there's
okay.
loads of countries around the world that never get represented. It's the same few like representation's really
in
important.
Hollywood.
Well, okay. Well, what about Filipino then? Like, where are they? Where are the Thai? It's like Hollywood has selected certain countries or certain ethnicities around the world that they want to put in there, and they like shove them into like 40%, 50% of movies. They have to be in everything. So, well, what about the rest? Where's my Romanian representation? Yeah.
Jose, thank you for the $3 PayPal. This was back when we were showing the View conversation like a bit ago. But says Black American culture comes from poor people from the British Isles. She needs to read Thomas Sowell, Black Rednecks and White Liberals book. Really good read. Yeah, I mean, clearly that lady was not well educated at all, and that's what's scary. That she's like, well, I was a teacher. It's like that doesn't make anybody feel better.
She saw literature like magic. It was like, it's been written in a book, it must be true.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. It was, and there was the start of this. There's actually the full video on YouTube, and it starts with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
and she's like, the conservatives are getting enraged at the idea that Greeks could be black. And I'm like, do you not understand the own sentence that you've just said?
Do you understand
It's like, yeah,
history?
Greeks aren't, that's why. And it is literally, as someone else described it, some of the richest women in America around a table all complaining about something they can't comprehend. And they're all going, we're all oppressed, we're all horrible. I can't believe we're this oppressed. And
yeah,
the
with you
richest
and your
women.
mansions and being on a television show where people can see, millions can see. Sure, you're oppressed. All right, got it.
It's like, it's really important that I'm represented. Why? Because you don't have enough money. You need your ego stroked by stealing somebody else's culture.
Yeah. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. I believe the theme song to Christopher Nolan's Homer in the Hood is Troy Gangster's Paradise. Oh my gosh.
I hope it's 50 Cent.
Jason, thank you for another Australian 5. I am watching the superhero themed K-drama series The Wonderfuls on Netflix and really enjoying it. It stars Park In Bin, extraordinary attorney Woo.
Woo. I don't know.
Screenshot it, Disparu. I don't know if you're interested.
I finally started Solo Leveling. I love that show so much. I can't.
What is it on? Like, were you
It's
watching
on
it?
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like playing a game in real life almost. Is the best way I can explain it. And yes, Gina's fights today, but she's gonna be probably the last main event, or the main event at the end. So I don't think we're gonna see her till like in midnight.
Yeah, probably not. And Star Killer Rob, thank you for the 199. Going over to M4 Empire Attacks. Also, go Gina, go. Yes, I know nothing about MMA, but I'm just like, go Gina, woo. I'm not into that like really, but I hope she wins. Rooting for
The
her.
Wonderfuls sounds interesting. A goofy group of townies stumble into superpowers and fights against rising evil as doomsday panic grows in the wild turn-of-the-century action comedy. And it sounds quite similar in idea to Misfits, which is like a Channel 4 comedy. Never seen it, it's great. But that was just a loaded, like, working class people on community service get the weirdest superpowers you can imagine. And my favorite part about The Wonderfuls, it's dubbed. Dub supremacy, the requirement for any TV series.
For Disparu to watch it, I know. Yeah, there's quite a few
just to
people
be
I know
good.
that, like,
if you're not dubbed in
like
English, what are you doing?
I don't mind sub. The voices sound better, although a lot of dubs recently are doing a lot better. It's not sounding as choppy.
Yes. Well,
they use a lot of the same voice actors for all the things, so you'd like reckon. Same with like Crunchyrolls, they use a lot of the same voice actors for across loads of anime. So once they find some good ones, hopefully they can stick with them.
Yep.
John
Job
Thomas,
security.
thank you for being a member for 26 months. Are we having a Gina watch party tonight? Is anyone in the fellowship? I'm cheering for Gina, but don't have any hate for Rowdy Ronda Rousey. No, I'm gonna be asleep. I don't watch this stuff, so I'll just see clips tomorrow.
I'm gonna hate waking up and knowing what the results are because I
That's
really
what I mean.
do want to
I'm
watch the
just
fight.
gonna-
But my thoughts are, and chat, if Ronda doesn't beat Gina within the first round, she's screwed.
And what a transformation Gina went through, like physically.
100 pounds. Ugh,
Like-
she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you put the work in, you can
And
get
one
to the
year-
body that you want.
Guys, 1 year it took for her to lose that.
Yeah, 100 pounds in 1 year, and literally, someone posted a picture of what she used to be like, and it is like a stunning change.
I knew she was a bigger girl at the time, especially through like once she, obviously Disney took her job away, fired her. She was very good at hiding it.
Which seems like Ronda Rousey was the same. Someone posted a picture of her before as well, and she also had to lose a lot of weight to get down to it by the looks of it.
Yeah, but they both have done really well. Good for them. So, and they both seem genuinely happier too.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you are. I mean, even just from a health perspective, but I also think like your diet and your weight changes your personality as well. Gives you more energy, which makes you happier as it is because you can do more things.
Yeah, that's true. But we're at the time. What do you guys have going on? What's your next stream, X-Ray?
Tomorrow, Forbidden Frontier at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about the pyramids. Zahiwas was on
nice.
Piers Morgan, and he, got a little talking to from some of the alt-right, as they call it, the alt-right archaeologists. But can we really be alt-right with archaeology?
Of course, I don't know. They find a way to put that label wherever they can.
Oh, they've called people like white supremacists for their thoughts. What's happened with history? Wait, what?
For archaeology?
Yep.
Listen, no one's safe. I'm not surprised. No one's safe.
Why do you think that limestone is superior to iron ore?
What do you have coming up, Disparu?
I will show it in a picture.
Ooh, I'm just kidding. Oh,
I've got Odyssey videos coming up in the future.
Ready?
To put.
Look, it's AI. You can't expect it to understand text.
Listen.
Omegai.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Well, I actually have family in town, so I'm not going to be on as much. I think Tuesday might be my next stream. I'll do a gaming stream, and I have a crazy week coming up, so there's not going to be a lot happening. But I'm going to send you guys over to Vera. She's playing something that I forgot because I looked at it when I hit the raid and then forgot. So just go say hi to Vera. And next week we have something special happening for you here over on Saucy. So we will see you next week. Bye.
I'll say